Shabbat Shalom. Welcome back to Stream of Wisdom, Norfolk, Virginia. We're live here in Norfolk. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for your support. That's for the brothers and sisters that have been supporting. Shout out to all the loyal, faithful chat live brothers and sisters that have been tuning in consistently, not just to our channel, but also to Rochester, Houston, and also San Antonio. We do continue to thank you and ask for your continued financial support, helping out with the bills, the internet, the rents, the Wi-Fi, everything that allows us to minister and provide for the brothers and sisters online and the brothers and sisters here in the respective states. We're going to start the Sabbath with the Sabbath prayers. We ask that everybody take a second when you can to share the link, comment on the link, make sure you thumbs it up. Why? It helps the algorithms. It helps to get that video moved up in people's recommendations.
Go ahead. No.
Yeah, that's it. But so we're going to start the Sabbath service prayers.
Yeah, let's get it. I thought that was you.
Not yet.
Nope, you're right. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Hawa. Netananawa. Awar. Zayawam. The water. Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the light this day. Thanks, so be it. And the light represents the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High. You can find that in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Hawa. Netananawa. Rayach.
Nayachacha.
The water. Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the sweet Savior. Thanks, so be it. And our prayers represent that sweet Savior going up to the Most High. You can find that in the book of Psalm chapter 141, verses 1 and 2. Yeah, our censor is not here right now.
What censor?
The incense holder. We were supposed to dump it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll get that.
Yeah.
Somebody
We were
grab
supposed
that.
to dump it. No, not you saying that.
I imagine Wapanya Yerushalayim.
Stand and face Jerusalem. Just jump right there. What's he doing?
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Hawa. Netananawa. Hashabath. Ba'shalom. The water.
Aman. Bless you, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, that gives to us the Sabbath in peace. Thanks, so be it.
Psalms 121. Anasha.
Ayanyamya.
Ao. Aharyam. Naaya. Yabawa'a. Isaiah. Yabawa'a. My Yahweh. Sha'aisha. Wa'arataza. La'a. Oh, excuse me. Sha'aisha. Shamayim. Wa'arataza. La'a. Yanatan. Lamawat. Ragoya. Yala'a. Nawam. Shashawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shemoria. Yahweh. Tazaya. Ayu. Yam. Hashamash. Yala'a. Hakaya. Bayawam. Wala'a. Halabana. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamar. Makol. Rai. Yashamar. Napasha. Yahweh. Yashamar. Hawalakia. Wabawaya. Maitan. Wa'ai. Iwalam. Aman.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Most High, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharallah shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Most High is thy keeper. The Most High is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Most High shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Most High shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore.
Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Shema Yashala.
Shema Yashala.
Yahweh Alahayanawa.
Yahweh Alahayanawa.
Yahweh Chad.
Yahweh Chad.
Shema Yashala.
Shema Yashala.
Yahweh Alahayanawa.
Yahweh Alahayanawa.
Yahweh Achad.
Yahweh Chad.
Shema Yashala.
Shema Yashala.
Yahweh Alahayanawa.
Yahweh Alahayanawa.
Yahweh Achad.
Yahweh Achad. The book of Mark chapter 12 verse 29 reads, and Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Yasharallah, the Most High our power is one Lord.
This is our Father prayer. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malak Wathka,
Malak Waka,
Raba'ah,
Raba'ah,
Ratazaka,
Ratazaka,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'arataza,
Ba'arataza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim,
Natalanawa,
Natalanawa,
Lacham,
Lakum,
Ko,
Ko,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalachnawa,
Wasalachnawa,
Kawawathnawa,
Kamawachnawa,
Kasalachnawa,
Kasalachnawa,
Kawawathyannawa,
Kamawath Yinawa,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Tabayanawa,
Tabayanawa,
Wanasai one,
Wanasai one,
Abol,
Abol,
Hawashinawa,
Hawashinawa,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwa,
Hamalakwa,
Waha'ala,
Waha'ala,
Wahata Pa'araf,
Wahata Parah,
La'ai Walamyam,
Walamim,
Aman.
Aman. The book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Aman. Ha'aishara,
Ha'aishara,
Matazawa.
Matazawa, the Ten Commandments.
Number 1, La'ah,
La'ah,
Yahaya,
Yahaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Akaryam,
Akaryam,
Alpanya.
Alpanya. Thou shalt have no other powers before me.
Number 2, La'ah,
La'ah,
Ta'aisha,
Ta'aisha,
Laka,
Laka,
Pasol,
Pasol,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Ta'ibadam.
the Ibadam. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, nor serve them.
Number 3, La'ah,
La'ah,
Talakwakath,
Talakwa'ah,
Sham,
Sham,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashawa.
Bashawa. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy power in vain.
Number 4, Zakar,
Zakar,
Hayawam,
Hayawam,
Hashabbath,
Hashabbat,
Lakodashwa.
Lakodashwa. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Number 5, Kabad,
Kabad,
Abaka,
Abaka,
Wa'amaka.
Wa'amaka. Honor thy father and thy mother.
Number 6, La'ah,
La'ah,
Tatazarach.
that's as a rock. Thou shalt not murder.
Number 7, La'ah,
La'ah,
Tana'ap.
Tana'ah. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Number 8, La'ah,
La'ah,
Daganab.
Daganah. Thou shalt not steal.
Number 9, La'ah,
La'ah,
Ta'aina,
Ta'anah,
Shakur.
Shakur. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Number 10, La'ah,
La'ah,
Takamad,
Lakamad,
Kol,
Kol,
Asherah,
Asherah,
Lara'aika.
Lara'aika. Thou shalt not covet anything that is thy neighbor's.
S.O.W, which means to be free.
Yeah.
When are you going to delay the linear today? Tomorrow?
We need to do it tonight.
Oh, we did access that. Okay.
But I need to talk to you about that. We need to reiterate that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we need to reiterate it.
Oh yeah, put that in the frankincense and
Okay, right.
Tazahal Kanagah Shabbat Shal Banyamyan Banya Sarala.
Tazahal, Kanagad, Shabbat, Shaw, Banyanyan, Banyashala. I imagine. Right?
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat. Step off real quick. Okay. All right, so we are in Leviticus, the 15th chapter, and we're starting from, he's going to read from the first verse down to verse 12. Leviticus. Everybody online, they've been doing great over there in Houston. Going into this, we've been having a blast with this. Remember, these are the, I told brothers this a few Shabbats. A lot of time when we go into this reading, you act like it's not necessary for our time, right? But that is total malarkey. Because right now it is that much more needed to understand why these things are essential. And everything that Houston been hitting and Rochester been hitting on the Sabbath, we've been hitting as well. The importance of the order, the structure, the commitment, the dedication, the importance to the small details in the law that needs to that we as a nation need to be attentive to. So, you know, sometimes y'all can, I mean, if you're the scholars, y'all that really are paying attention, like cats is trying to, they'll pull these things on you and ask you questions. So you got to know what you're talking about. You got to know what we're reading. So before you fall asleep, remember that. All right. Con? All right. Leviticus 15:1. Let's go. Are we on? Or did it cut off?
That's what I'm trying to see if you're good.
Yeah, we're good? Okay. All right, read that.
Leviticus chapter 15, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when any man hath a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue, he is unclean.
Now, everybody got last class. It was about what? Last Sabbath. Yeah, show up.
Leprosy and sicknesses amongst Israel.
Right, leprosy. What else?
And how long you're not supposed to lay with your wife after she gives birth to a child.
Right, so it kind of, from the female standpoint, touch on these, the issue, right? The blood, and we went into the menstrual cycle. I know we kind of jumped ahead a little bit on the menstrual cycle, right? We jumped ahead a little bit on, but we did touch on it because that subject came up on, right? That question came up when dealing with having a baby, having a man child, having a woman child, and then the menstrual cycle came up. So we jumped a little bit ahead on it, but to give the understanding about this issue or blood coming from us, right? It happens to the male and female, right? We just know that the female is monthly, but there can be an issue in a man as well, right? What's that, Shawab?
No, I was just saying, I had asked a question about if we was to lay down as men, would we be unclean?
Right. That's how we got into the subject about the menstrual cycle, which is going to come back up again. In what chapter? When is that going to come back up again? Shanya Bun. The about the menstrual cycle.
It's in this chapter.
Oh, it's in here.
It's in this reading. Yeah, it's in this
Oh, okay.
Verse 19.
Okay, so yeah. So we're going to reiterate that as well. All right, come on. Let's get it then.
Okay. Yeah. Chapter 15. Yep. Okay.
Verse 3. And this shall be his uncleanness in his issue, whether the flesh run with his issue, or his flesh be stopped from his issue. It is his uncleanness.
You see, the Most High made the law for the male and the female. We were talking about this in Sabbath class last night about when it tells the woman that her adorning It's not supposed to be an outward adorning. It says the same thing to a man. It says the same thing to a man, that you don't supposed to just honor a man for his beauty. So it's things of that nature, like it's important. I know for us, it's like, yeah, I get that. But a lot of people don't understand that the Bible is not misogynistic or in these tones, in these different concepts. It's not like you've been told. They demonize the Bible so you can not go into it. But everything it tells the female, it tells the male. All right? From every standpoint. So the Most High is talking to male and female. All right? So go ahead.
And whosoever toucheth his bed shall wash his clothes.
Scroll down.
And bathe himself in water.
Right. So, I'm sorry. Read 2 again.
Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when a man hath a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue he is unclean.
Right. So, out of his flesh in what way? In any way. No, it's not just from his urethra. It's not just, I mean, hopefully. Hey, listen. Is it common to have blood issues out of your flesh, out of your urethra? I mean, it happens, but it ain't just common like that. Like, ain't no man just having some issues out, like, unless you have, right? Unless you're having some big issues. But nonetheless, the word is addressing if it does happen, but it's not just talking about issues out of your urethra. It's talking about issues, blood issues, anything out of your body, right? So, go ahead.
And this shall be his uncleanness in his issue, whether his flesh run with his issue, or his flesh be stopped from his issue. It is his uncleanness.
You got a question?
So like, it's with like cuts and like puberty and stuff. Like cuts.
No. Issue means blood.
So
So this is a blood. This issue out of his flesh. It says when a man have a running issue out of his flesh. So it's gonna go into it here without me jumping ahead. I just want to make. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe I'm jumping ahead. Okay, I stand corrected. I'm jumping ahead. This is talking about his issue. Speaking of his ejaculation, emission of semen, right? Out of his flesh. I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm getting it. I'm jumping way ahead. Right, because it tells you here. Go ahead, read down, watch.
Verse 3. And this shall be his uncleanness.
Right.
In his issue, whether his flesh run with his issue, or his flesh be stopped from his issue. It is his uncleanness.
So his issue coming out of him, right? And we know, yes, you can have other issues that come out of you, but mainly when you try to keep it PG as possible, but the emission of semen, right? It makes you unclean. Go ahead.
Every bed whereon he lieth that have the issue
Right.
is unclean.
Uh-huh.
And everything whereon he sitteth shall be unclean.
Right.
And whosoever toucheth his bed
Right.
shall wash his clothes.
Right. So we were supposed to shower. We were supposed to be clean when having these issues, right? Now, yes, the thing that still stands is it's not just out of your urethra, right? But you do have issues that come out of you, and it makes you unclean, right? So this is going to cover those issues. I think I was jumping a little bit too ahead on the blood part because it doesn't. Right. Go ahead, read down.
and bathe himself in water,
Uh-huh.
and be unclean until the even.
Right. So he's unclean until the even. So whatever issues we have coming out of the flesh, it will make you unclean until even, right? Sundown, sundown.
Con.
Wash everything. It goes back to, well, you know how, well, once again, jumping ahead, the menstrual cycle. It will make this woman's, everything she sit, everything she touch, unclean. Same thing with the man. The Most High's not just pointing out the woman that, oh, she's a filthy creature because she has a blood issue. And that's the kind of the tone, like, oh, wow. So now because she has her period, she's unclean. Well, we're all unclean when it comes to these blood issues or issues that come out of our skin. Even the leprosy, right? The leprosy was what? You would be unclean in certain instances, and you got to be put aside. Like, just think about it. If you got pus coming out of you, and we know we went over Quatasapa already went over that part. I'm not going to reiterate it because we went over it too. But when you look at all those different skin disorders, there was some on there that could have been pussy, right, and contagious. So you see how it's not discriminating. I just wanted to point that out, that the Bible doesn't discriminate. And that's a psychological thing that this society puts on the woman so she won't fall in line under the Most High. So it's like, oh, the Bible talks down to women and it degrades women. No, it don't. It literally uplifts, but it also shows all of us on how to put away uncleanliness, whether physical, mental, and spiritual, right? So just to constantly point that out, because we don't supposed to be thinking that way. Yeah.
I agree with that. Most High he's beautiful that way. Pointing out just like the hospitality aspect of it.
Yeah.
When you look at when a man and a woman, have intercourse, right? If you were supposed to have hospitality for your brother and your sister, just looking at it from that, you can't have sex on your couch and your kitchen table and every place in the house, because it's going to be considered unclean. The Most High is about the way you present yourself to Him. He's always shown us and corrected us on how we presented ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not supposed to just have your willy-nilly-ness about how you present yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or how you show hospitality. It's not supposed to be to your measures. It's always supposed to be to the Most High's measures. So when we, even though the severity of the law has been taken away, even when it's supposed to be with sacrifices, you were supposed to sacrifice different things like that, now your body's a sacrifice, and so you're still supposed to have that same high level of presentation, a high level of hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to be mindful of what you're doing every time, no matter what it is.
Yeah, and that's what this is about. It's not just about the emission of semen issue. To reiterate, it's about uncleanliness. And I guess we do have to get into this talk. I know there's kids among us, but we're going to keep it as PG as possible. But diseases, sicknesses, gonorrhea, syphilis, right? What's the one where you pee fire? Chlamydia, right? So, but this is good for the teenagers. Like back in my days, they used to, you get chlamydia, they get a little Q-tip, and they put it in your head. And it's like, it's the worst pain, right? So that's why you're told to what? Strap up, just from that concept, right? So remember, there can be many issues that come out of us as men. So, but we know that sexual issues, it can be issues out of you're having some type of disease, some type of illness. It's all those issues. It's not just one issue. And it's going to get, as we read down, it's going to get a little more specific, though. Yeah. Yeah.
AIDS, or whatever.
Yeah, chlamydia, AIDS.
Does that mean, like, let's say they go get checked out, they get the medication, they get treated or whatever? How would that process work with the days? Is it still the same? Like they clean, and so even let's say they get the medication that day, and then how does that work?
Remember when we went over in the law about the 7 days? Right? We would put this person aside for the 7 days. Remember, right? We actually jumped ahead and went over about the woman's cycle. She's unclean. You give yourself that amount of time to know you're unclean, right? That's the sense of it, right? You don't know what you got, right? So let's say if it's not AIDS, it is chlamydia. What do?
They either give you.
Say it.
They gonna give you the Q-tip, or they gonna give you.
No, they're gonna give you the Q-tip, and then what?
Or a pill.
Right, which is how many days? They give you a 7-day cycle. Now they give you a 7-day cycle. Now they might give you a shot. Sometimes it could be a shot and then boom, just like that. But the common sense of it is what? Give you these 7 days to what? To heal and to make sure this is out of your system, right? So for us that have got burnt, or us that have went off, right. You know what I mean, out of the way, right? I don't know what they do now. You know what I mean?
One of the guys he works in the medical department in the military. They tell you after they give you the medicine and stuff like that, they tell you to stop, refrain for a long period of time.
Right, you refrain from sex, which is common sense.
But and the reason why is because when you go back, it can mutate.
Right.
It can mutate into something worse.
Right. Refrain. And I know we're pointing out the sexual aspect, but any issues, we supposed to what? Give those time, that 7 days, right? And then, or what the doctor give you, the doctor might say what? 10 days.
You're going back?
Huh?
They recommend it if you went back? No, if you're... No, I'm looking at a joke.
Oh, okay. Right. We didn't get it, though.
Yeah.
Haran, we didn't get that dry ass joke, all right?
He said if you go back, like you went to the doctor and said, I got this, right? And the doctor said, all right, you got this, take it for 7 days. And then he said, now if you go back, be careful, it's going to mutate. Like, who's thinking about going back?
Oh, right.
No, the problem is they do that.
We still didn't get the... Anyway, right.
I like how you was mentioning not just the sexual diseases part, but just think about it in here, like how we have to constantly say during like this fall, the winter season, when you get sick,
right?
Make sure that you well before you come back. Now, if you just stayed in a robotic mind of, well, it's been 7 days, but you still got the cough, or you still got the green snot. Could you just come and say, well, it's been 7 days, I'm clean? Because what did we read last week? You had to get examined first.
Right.
The priest would come. The priest would look you over one time.
Re-examine.
Re-examine you.
Yeah.
Re-evaluate you. So it wasn't just that 7 represented the what? The completion, right? The completion that you were fully cured, and you're not going to have any side effects or effects on the people around us. So that's how we always got to keep our mind in the common sense of the law. Like, okay. Because it don't point out specific diseases, but it got to be the common sense, and that's why you have the doctor, right? The doctor tell you what? The doctor tell you, no, you need 10 days on these pills, right? Okay, well then let me go the 10 days, right? And depending what it is, you can come around, you can't come around, or you should stay away, right? Because not everything is touch contagious, right? Yeah.
Things of that nature. So this is the consciousness or the awareness the law is supposed to bring to us and make the sense in our mind that just because it doesn't say HIV, just doesn't say gonorrhea, it's giving us a layout. If you got any issues, I like that word because yes, we know meaning something that comes from you, right? An issue is something that comes out of you, right? But then we use it as what? You got issues, right? Right? You got some issues, right?
That covers everything.
Right, it's a double entendre. It's like, you got issues right now. You stay away.
Right.
We know what the scripture's saying, though, right? All right, come on.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Every bed, verse 5. And whosoever toucheth his bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And he that sitteth on anything whereon he sat, that hath the issue, shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And he that toucheth the flesh of him that hath the issue shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And if he that hath the issue spit upon him that is clean, then he shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even.
Right.
And what saddles soever he rideth upon that hath the issue shall be unclean.
Let me get one. Go to Galatians 3 and 28. And it's funny because me and Yaquats, me and Yaquats was just talking about this. 27, Galatians 3 and 27.
Galatians chapter 3 and verse 27. For as many of you as have been baptized into Christ have put on Christ.
Read it again.
For as many of you as have been baptized into Christ,
Right.
have put on Christ.
Go ahead.
There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female.
Yeah, that's the Bible has always had this sentiment. Like, it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, right? Meaning you're a Jew, you know that you know the laws, right? You're a Greek, oh, you grew up as a Gentile in a Greco mind state. This applies to you, right? If you try to duck out and say, well, I'm a man, no, it applies to you too. Oh, well, I'm a female, no, it applies. The Bible, the Most High is not stupid. He's not ignorant. So when he laid these laws, statutes, commandments down, right? He laid it down for male and female, right? So I just wanted to point that out to remind us that you're going to see the same thing with the women, right? It didn't mean the women was evil and wicked because she get a menstrual cycle or she has an issue that flows from her every month. Because a man can have an issue also that comes out of him, right? It makes him unclean. So the Most High is like, look, this is just the proper way how to live, how to conduct yourself, how to stay clean, and how to be a clean people, right? We don't know that nowadays. The white man said, do an orgy. You top it, then she lick it, right? And then he right? They talk about eating the groceries. They talk about doing all these things, and it's like, okay, every time I be looking at these like rappers and movie stars that be hopping from one movie star to the next, I'm thinking about, I look at them and I be like, your mouth has literally been on this man, that man, that man. I always thought about that. I'm like, how many
Bodies.
right, I'm trying to keep it, but how many bodies that you have? Right? How many penises did you put your mouth on? You got to think about that. And then you go back and you like, man, she's dope. And you kiss her. And she done top how many cats? That's wild, man. So we got to think about these things. That's what America has perpetuated. And we don't even get disgusted at that.
No.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. What was old girl that was popping around? But she was on that. Damn, I forgot her name, man.
Amber Rose.
Not, huh?
Black China.
Not Black China. It was a
Superhead?
no, not Superhead. It was one during this generation. She just broke up with the old boy from Louisiana. She became a Muslim only for that moment.
Oh, she was a Muslim for
The guy,
Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates, yeah. What's her name that was with him?
I forgot.
But old girl, and I seen a post with her. Of course, she broke up with Kevin Gates, and now she's with this other guy. I'm thinking like, damn, are these men even aware that this woman done topped how many cats, and she's just bouncing from man to man? Look at J-Lo. How many men J-Lo just be running through? Then going back to Ben Affleck, and then he take her back, and then did it. It's crazy. But once again, to remind us, and nobody's saying we're better than them and they're more wicked than us. That's not my point. My thing is this: that look at what the world has taught us. It taught us to live like that and to not put the clean, separate the clean from the unclean. It's filthy, man.
Isn't Lasha Bar said Brittany Reiner?
Yeah, Brittany Reiner, exactly.
Yeah, Brittany Reiner.
And she is wild, bro. She is wild. She is out there, right? And because she doesn't have this together, she don't know what to settle down with. And all the men are like, bro, she's beautiful. You know what I mean? So they're not thinking about that. They're just like, I'm gonna hit it, and then it's crazy.
I like how you said it because the law was to make us a clean people.
Yeah.
While we looking at the aspect of relationships, now bringing back to just even something as when you read verse 8, it said, and if he that have an issue spit upon him that is clean, right? What does that look like?
Did we already go there yet?
Yeah, verse 8.
Okay, yeah.
Will you finish? Will you finish your verse?
No. Go ahead.
I was going back to the Leviticus 15.
Did we hit it yet?
Yeah.
Bro, go ahead.
I was going back to Leviticus 15 and go to Deuteronomy 7 and 15. Watch, because think about like Sonny Boy. Sonny Boy just had an incident at work. He had an injury, and they just told him in the state of Virginia, there's no when it comes to workers' compensation, if you're not out for a full 7 days or more, you cannot get paid. So if you had an injury at work and he didn't cut himself or anything like that, he had something hit him, his eye swelled up. But what happened if he would have cut himself, but the bleeding stopped? And if the bleeding stopped and you're out for 3 days, they're like, well, we can't pay you for those 3 days. So what happens to most of us? We can't afford to have our check docked. Think about it. How many people go to work sick because they don't have paid sick days? So what happens when you're sick at work? When we look at it amongst us, what happens when we're sick? It jumps from you to the next brother to the child.
You gotta stay home.
But not here in Egypt. You can't afford to stay home.
You can share the botch.
Yeah, the botch going.
The botch gonna be shared.
God, read where you at.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt.
Right, that place of bondage that we're in now, all of these evil diseases, you gotta go to work with everything that we just talked about. Because they're not. You got an issue with blood. You can't say, "Hey, boss, I got an issue." They're gonna be like, "Well, you're replaced. You're fired."
That's crazy.
So you do what? You keep it to yourself, and then you go use the bathroom. Somebody use the bathroom right behind you. Now they got the same thing you got. Or they talking, y'all eating lunch in the cafeteria. Ha ha ha! The little spit comes out of their mouth into your food, and now you got what they got. But we can't afford to stay away the complete amount of days because what? We're now chasing the bag.
Right.
We're still in that bondage. The Most High, this is a blessing. This is one of the blessings that He said will be on us, that we don't have to chase it. We can be fully clean and fully healed, but we have to keep the law. Right. Finish it up.
Which thou knowest upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
All them that want to put the Most High, put money as their God,
right?
Chasing the bag as their power. Well, then, yeah, you're gonna know what it feels like to work and be sick. You're not gonna be able to do what the law says. Hey, look, you be unclean, you be set apart until you get better, until you get right. Then you can come back and do the duties. But this place is about oppression, and that's where we fall. We agree to the oppression sometimes. Instead of looking at the freedom and the peace that the Most High the law gives us. So
yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna go. Yeah, come on, let's jump back. We're gonna keep going and going. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And whosoever touches anything that was under him shall be unclean until the even. And he that beareth any of those things shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And whomsoever he toucheth that hath the issue.
I like it because when you go back into, if it be in the clothes, right? Remember it said it be in the woven, right? It's showing you how it's consistent across the board. The Most High was showing us what? That like this can get in the clothes. Yeah. It can get in the material. This can stick to the material. And now somebody else is messing with that. So are we seeing young men, brothers, sisters, why it's necessary to be clean? Why you can't just pull something off the hamper and wear it again. Mildew clothes, stinky, sweaty clothes, you got to be very conscious that, hey, this is not clean. Because why? Your towel starts smelling like mildew, and then what? Your skin starts smelling like mildew, right? And then your clothes will start smelling like mildew. You know, me and I think it was me and Ma Willa was talking about it. Like, what did we say about the sense of smell? Remember, we were talking about smell, and we were talking about how some people can't smell it.
Oh yeah, like when people get stuck on an island and they stop smelling themselves, it's like nose blindness. Like they don't know that they stink like really bad.
Yeah.
You can't smell it anymore.
Yeah, that's why, like, when you tell somebody, hey, this smells bad, they're like, I don't smell bad. And it's like, well, yeah, you do. And because they got nose blindness and they can't really smell that. There's a scent, right? So you got to be very conscious of like how your house is looking, that's what all of this is showing us. Your body, your mind, your spirit, everything that's around you. We weren't these priests that just walked out and it was okay to look dirty, be musty. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't have no shirt. I didn't have this. It's like, no, you're not 3, bro. Get a new shirt. Get a new pair of pants. Right? This is what the Most High is showing us. And then it's going deeper into, like, now you're just wearing these things and throw them into the hamper, and then that scent gets on them, and then we got to be conscious of these things. And I know you might think it's a small thing, but it's not. There's a lot of brothers and sisters that don't know how to be clean and don't understand that we know it's not in the Bible, but cleanliness is next to godliness, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11, verse 12.
And when I say it's not in the Bible, meaning that actual quote that the Christians use, right?
The word is called olfactory fatigue. That's basically where you're like your sense of smell to what you're around is immune to. Like when you see people who work at the landfills, they can't smell it anymore. Yeah.
Really?
God, we were in Greeley, Colorado. That's the slaughter town for the meat, and we had to go there. We had to go work there to sell, and because you're foreign, the whole place smells like cow blood. The whole city.
Wow.
And everybody there is like a sunny day. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, crazy. All right, jump back.
Verse 12. And the vessel of earth that he toucheth, which he hath to issue, shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water. And when he hath an issue, is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself.
And we know that keeps reiterating that same thing, which is what? It's your vessels. And we know back in those days, the clay vessels and those things, it can seep in and stuff like that. But you can just see how the Most High was conscious of all these things. Remember, the angels gave the law to Moses on the mount. Y'all got to think about this. You talk about high intelligent beings, and when you look at the laws of the other nations, you don't see these things. You don't see these things in their laws, in their so-called code, whatever. I mean, unless y'all can point me to the Egypt, what is it? The Egyptology that shows it. That got like laws and rules and regulations. Yeah.
The thing about Elam, the women, I don't know how true it is, but they want to wear the
It's true.
Yeah, that was supposed to represent your third eye, but that goes into their so-called spirituality and all that madness.
They say that's her
Menstrual. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's for?
Yeah. That's her menstrual.
I heard it was supposed to be their little belief in the third eye. You said it's the menstrual. We got to check that, y'all. Y'all gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah, we seen a documentary.
You seen the duck? Oh wow! Whoa, that's crazy. Go ahead.
It's like that's a part of the third eye thing, but they need the period blood in order to access spirituality to their God, it's Hinduism. And it's dumb. It doesn't make no sense. It's filthy. And they have, at their temple, they still have, like, they'll be back up. They'll go outside trying to get it just to get dip their fingers and put it on their forehead. It's nasty.
Hey, that, yeah.
No. I'm saying they go to this looking at power, but it's representing period.
Oh, it's representing period, but.
They go there, and it's all of their dipping their fingers, same.
Same what?
Same powder.
Oh, same powder, but it's supposed to represent. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Right.
Hey, what the lady get hers from at 7-Eleven yesterday? Because this show looked like it was.
Stand up.
This show looked like it was. Like she put it here, it ran down to here, and it stopped and dropped. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
You should have asked her. You should say, come on, let's read on.
And the vessel of earth that he toucheth with ye have the issue shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water.
Mm-hmm. You know that's not happening. You know the cruise ship that just had the antivirus.
Yeah.
What they're gonna do is come through and air quote sanitize it, and you'll be on that same ship. Mm-hmm. The same ship that the people had the plague on. Or just think about how America's not thinking about breaking it. They're thinking about, okay, let's get it back in service. Right? Somebody could have issue of blood at your job. What they're gonna do is come through, mop it up, and you'll be sitting working at that place and not even knowing. You know how hard it is to clean blood? That's why the Most High says some of these things you gotta just break it and destroy it. Just get rid of it. But not here, not in Babylon.
Go ahead.
Right. Okay, next reader.
Shawabalak, Shabbat Shaw, Yahawada, Bon Yashala, Amajib, right?
Yahweh
Shabbat.
All right, second reader.
No, the water.
Second reader is going to continue Leviticus chapter 15, verse 13, down to 24. Leviticus chapter 15, verse 13, down to verse 24. There's a question online. Going back to the ritual.
Yeah.
We're gonna read. This is Sheikh Hines. Excuse me. In this present day, as a woman, are we supposed to come to class?
Yeah, and we
on our menstrual, right?
We touch on that. When you're around a body, why are we going to stay away? Why would you stay away? Why would you stay away? I'm asking. Yeah, no. Well, she's asking, should we stay away from class? What?
I mean, should we try to keep the law?
Should be keeping the law, right? Okay. What else?
We get to today's times and age where like we have to work, but if you're trying to do your best to do that, you should do that. If you like to do that.
Right. So, what would be the benefit? What would be the benefit of her not coming around? I just want to see, like, if y'all, because we've been over this. What's that, sis? She would what? She would try to keep the law on her part, right? So it wouldn't be. Right. She needs to be around. Okay. What else? What you saying, sis?
I mean, I was pretty much going to say the same thing. She'd miss out on the lessons that you learn from being around people.
So she would miss, and I'm repeating because y'all probably ain't going to hear her, but she would miss out on the lessons.
Yeah, that you learn from being around people.
that you learn from being around.
Right, and it's not like you have your own hut where you're secluded in life. If you have to go to work, if you have to be around your family and cook for your family and things like that, so what's the difference between you coming to class or not? You're going to, at some point, make somebody else unclean. Yes, I get the point of, you're supposed to try to keep the law on that note, but you, in this day and age, you cannot keep it 100%, so it doesn't really benefit you by you staying away.
Right. Well, you're right. And the way you brought it out, of course, I would clean up a few things on there. But the point is this, that when I want to ask the sister that asked it, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, where's your mind at in not coming around for those days? I'm gonna wait for her response. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm desiring to, because I heard what she said, and I understood it. But you said there's a few things you would clean up. So I'm thinking, okay, well, from my understanding,
that was a little ragged how she brought it out, a little rigid how she brought it out. But I'm asking y'all because we've been over this, so I want to see what did y'all get from every time we went over this subject, because that we posed that subject. You know what I mean? She's asking it as a question, but we already posed this to y'all when this came up. So I wanted to see what y'all.
well,
She said I would still come around.
well, I would equate it.
No, but why? Hold on 1 second, and then I'll let you go, Aaron. I know you. I wouldn't. I still come around, but you asked the question. So why would you not come around? That's what I'm asking.
So you.
No, not you, Aaron. I'm talking to her online. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the camera. I know it looked. What's the name on there?
Sheik.
Hines. Sheik Hines?
Hines. Oh, it's Sheik Hines. Oh, Sheik Hines. I like the
She's
word.
kind?
She's kind.
Okay, she's kind. Why wouldn't you? Just go through this with me because I want to understand. And because you asked the question, let's edify everybody on it. Right? What were you saying?
No, that's what I want.
Oh, yeah. I want to see where she's at before I just jump in and start going into this. Because I'm just waiting a few seconds for her to respond. I know. Listen, y'all. The internet, Verizon is down over here. It's having issues. So I hope we keep everything going. But it's really bad over here. So just bear with us. Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, they were saying that some of the towers, I had a notification on T-Mobile saying
Yeah.
the towers went out or something like that.
Yeah, because it's probably due to that fire in Canada. Listening to...
Wait a minute.
Oh, listening to the laws you read.
How the fire affect the satellites?
Right, listening to the laws you read.
Oh, this is the sister Tiffany from Rochester.
Oh, Tiffany from Rochester, right.
Yeah, that's what
Right, so, and that's what I was asking. I was asking that way I can understand where her mind was at when dealing with the law. Because let's go to the scripture real quick, because she is a new sister. I know y'all know this, but you guys are all scholars. But to answer her question, let's go to the scripture. There's a few of them. Mm-hmm. Go to Galatians real quick. Galatians. Anybody know where I'm going?
What's the context of it?
The context is what we've been already went over many a times on this subject, and I'm trying to see if everybody's in tune.
Verse 4, chapter 4.
4 verse what?
James.
Yes, James. There's one in Galatians too, but that James what?
2 and 10.
Go to the one James at 2 and 10. That's fine. We can go there. Yeah, it's Galatians 3 too. Go to James 2 and what?
10.
2 and 10.
James chapter 2 verse 10.
And this the reason I'm going here is to remind us that every law in the Bible had a consequence. And we got to be clear that these laws, you got to know that you're not going to be justified in these laws like this. Like, just think about it. When you go to work and you and you're around your compadres and they have their menstrual cycle and you pick up that cup, you touch that fridge, that thing was supposed to be unclean as you're reading, right? And then you would be unclean until even, right? So now you got a cycle going here. The cycle is that person that came to work, touched this thing, made that thing unclean, then you touched it and you were unclean. And then this cycle keeps going, right? The cycle keeps going around. So according to the law, we have to understand that we got to be clear that yes, you can stay home. Yes, your husband can make you sit on the couch when you're on sleep on the couch when your menstrual cycle. But according to the law, that is not going to justify you. See, and that's what a lot of times where we're thinking like, well, if I put my wife on the couch as opposed to the bed, well, technically the law says she needs to be in another place and removed because everything she touched is unclean. So really, yes, that'd be okay for your conscience, but you are not justified and you are not righteous in the law if you did stay away from class. Because why? There's another law that you're breaking, right? And you're breaking these things unconsciously. And it comes to a lot of these, what we're going over, like when you go to the restaurant, forget my accent, but you go to the restaurant and they cook certain food on that grill. Mm-hmm. Technically, you don't supposed to eat off that grill.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They dip your chicken batter in the shrimp batter or shrimp grease.
Yeah.
You don't supposed to eat that. Right. So remember, this is just reminding us as we strive for perfection, we got to do the best we can do in keeping the law. But at the same time, be conscious and aware that you're breaking the law, right? You're breaking the laws, and you're not going to be righteous and over righteous in them. I mean, to be real, you're not going to keep the laws to their potential, right? Because then you would have to do what? You'd have to make sure not only do you stay home for 7 days, you have to make sure when you go to work, you remind everybody when you're on your menstrual cycle, make sure y'all let me know. Right? When you go to that bus and you sit on that bus seat, you have to know if they were on their menstrual cycle. See, so the justification can't be, oh, if I stay away. And that's why I asked, well, where's your thinking at with this? Because you got to go to the scriptures to really understand the way to properly, mentally, spiritually look at this. Right? Go ahead, read that.
James chapter 2 verse 10.
Go ahead.
For whosoever shall keep the whole law,
right,
and yet offend in one point.
So this is what the law was based on, right? And we got to get that one in Deuteronomy, the one he's quoting, right? Read it again.
For whosoever shall keep the whole law.
Go ahead.
And yet offend in one point.
And yet offend in what?
One point.
Go ahead.
He is guilty of all.
He is guilty of what?
Of all.
Okay, so I wanted to go there not to say, hey, don't keep the laws, because our foundation and our establishment is on keeping the laws. But there's laws that you have to know that you are breaking, right, in these instances, and that it can't be kept to its potential. It can't be kept to its potential. Like a woman on her menstrual cycle, You set her on the couch, she's still touching everything in the house, right? That's fine. You put her on the couch, but do we now have to have sex with her? No. So the Most High sees our heart and what we're keeping in the law, right? I don't have to have sex with her on her menstrual cycle, right? But at the same time, even though I'm not perfect in this law, right? I'm making sure I'm clean in the law as much as possible, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not a purpose to.
Yeah, it's not a purpose to, right? Like, oh, you know what? Let me purposely break this. It's like Christianity tells us, like, oh, it's okay to eat pork. No, I might be ordering food at McDonald's that has something defiled in there, right?
Oh, man.
But that don't mean I got to order the defiled food.
Right.
Right? So that's the difference. The difference is we're trying to reach perfection, not keep falling back down to the bottom base of bestiality.
All right.
Which is, you know what? It doesn't matter. Let me sleep with her on her period. Let me eat the pork. Let me eat the shrimp. Let me eat the groceries. And it doesn't matter. Right? We're trying to strive for this perfection. Right. But you being a spiritual Israelite, you got to know that it's things that you're not going to be perfect in when keeping these commandments and laws. Read it one more time.
For whosoever shall keep the whole law,
right,
and yet offend in one point,
go ahead.
He is guilty of all.
Right? He is what?
Guilty of all.
He is guilty of all. So you can't be justified by the law. You're justified by Christ, meaning that He came and died for us. So let's strive for this perfection. You're doing good. We put down the blunts. We put down the cigarettes. We put down the pork. We put down the false holidays. But as we get into the technicalities of the law, you're going to start seeing, dang, on this feast day, I wasn't supposed to work.
Yeah.
Not just the Shabbat.
It was a Sabbath, yeah.
Yeah, not just the Shabbat, but the feast days. Like, people get caught up in like, damn, I'm keeping the feast day. I'm going to the feast day. But then you realize the feast day was a holy convocation in the beginning and the end. And you didn't do it like that because you had to what? You had to go to work. See, we get caught up on the 7th day and think, oh, I'm good. I'm not working on the Shabbat. But you're working on every other feast day. So, you see, we can't do this, oh, I'm justified by here, but over here I'm breaking the law and that makes me feel better. Christ justifies us. We're going to strive for perfection in the spirit. And we're going to keep trying to keep these laws. It's like when we go to the supermarket, what did you get better at? You look at the can and you're like, damn, is there any pork in here? Now what I'm doing is I'm taking pictures of it, throw it in the chat GPT and saying, is there any pork or mushrooms in this? And it'll tell you, oh, there's no pork or no mushrooms. Okay, cool. Right? But what about this name that they put on it? That is like
sodium benzenate.
Right. It's like
it's a chemistry.
It's like a chemistry
14 letters.
Right. Or something defiled. It's like, how did beaver buns or piss get in this?
Right.
It's like, how?
And vanilla ice cream, right?
Right. How did beaver, like, where's your mind at? You got a beaver piss in the middle of the ice cream. Like, who comes up with this? And then you're what? You get you a tub of that, eating it, and talking about, I'm righteous. So, and it's not willingly, but you still what? According to the law, you still failed. You see, and that's what predicament we're in, being in a wicked society, in a wicked kingdom. When we try to keep these laws, you're going to see in some point you break them. Y'all get that?
God.
Now, sis, let me know if you're getting what I'm bringing out right now. Did you finish that in James? Okay, where are you at?
Galatians 3 and 24.
Go to read Galatians 3 and 24. Read that.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster.
Okay, before we go there, go to verse 10.
Verse 10.
For
as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse.
Right, see? So as many as are the works of the law are what?
Under the curse.
Right. What the curse is what?
For it is written, cursed is every one that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them.
That's back in Deuteronomy, Leviticus.
27.
Right,
27 verse 26.
Right, Deuteronomy what?
27 to verse 26.
So, hold on. I don't want to start moving too fast. Right? Because we start going over this and then it just... So read that one more time.
For as many as of the works of the law are under the curse.
See?
For it is written, cursed is every one that continueth not in all things.
In what?
In all things.
Like we had to do it to where we continued in all these things in perfection.
Right.
Go ahead.
Which are written in the book of the law to do them.
Right. All right. So we get that, right? Now jump down to read to verse 11.
Verse 11. But that no man is justified by the law.
No man is what?
Justified by the law.
Go ahead.
In the sight of the Most High.
Go ahead.
If it is evident, for the just shall live by faith.
Right. So we have to understand, and this is why it's important that Paul took the baton, Yahweh Shai gave him the baton and ran, because he was going to give us the understanding of what the grace was, what the justification was. See, we it got to be by faith. And yes, faith without works is dead. So go ahead. Go. It said by what?
For the just shall live by faith.
All right, go to Romans 3:31. You gotta go there next, right? You gotta go there next, yeah.
And I know the sister definitely knows it.
Yeah.
The sister, has been coming to class faithfully up there in Rochester.
Yeah.
So I know her question is just to get the edification.
Yeah.
But it's for those that don't know.
Right.
We're knowing that this brother that wrote Galatians is the same brother that wrote Romans.
Right.
So you gotta go there.
In the same spirit that spoke in Galatians, the same spirit that spoke to the Romans, right? What were you going to say, Schwab?
I say that the Most High, he used Paul to give the edification, because the Most High knew that during the Old Testament, during Moses' time, that we was going to go through those curses, and we was going to need this edification to live in this society.
Of course. The same... I'll go there next. It's going to jump to a whole nother point. It's going to jump to a whole nother topic if I go down that road. But yes, you're correct. All right?
Yeah,
go ahead.
She said, Khan, she said, Khan, while we are in captivity, there are going to be some things we cannot keep.
Yeah. And I know you know that, sis, but we want to give you the book so you can see why we're saying that, because we're not just yapping. All right? Read that. Where you at?
Romans chapter 3, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Do we then make void the law through faith?
Go ahead.
Yahweh forbid.
No. Yahweh forbid.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yea, we establish the law.
Right, but what's the theme in there? We're establishing the law, but we know what? We can't be justified by it because how the law is set up. You break one, you break them all, right? So go from there. Let's go to my other favorite chapter. Go to Romans 7, right? Because he comes back and says it, right? Remember Esau tried to hit me with the Romans. I was like, bro, let's go there. Go ahead. Yeah, it's Romans 7. No, 7. Yeah.
Romans chapter 7, verse 7.
The young man is. Go ahead.
What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Go ahead.
Yahweh forbid.
Right. So it's not about that the law is wrong, because that's what we will get from a lot of Christians.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't keep the law. We know we can't keep it in our entirety, but do we make the law void then? God forbid. So it's clear that we don't make void the law, that we strive for perfection in the law, right? We're supposed to be go for the perfection, but it got to be clear that if you're only doing it to say, okay, because this is going to make me feel right if I do this while breaking something else, that's not the way to go. We got to be clear that the justification comes through Christ, that we're going to try and seek through perfection, and the little gaps and holes that this society has made hard on us, we're going to try to go around those and close those gaps as much as we can, right? Go ahead.
Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law.
So what's the necessity of the law? What?
It's the schoolmaster. So it showed, it taught us what was right and what was wrong.
Right.
And then that's where we're coming. Now we know what's right and wrong. We're doing the best of our ability to do
Right.
right.
Because before you didn't know what was right or wrong. You didn't know pork was wrong. But before it wasn't even a idea of menstrual cycle. It was like menstrual cycle was like, look, you get how many? How do I say this? How many of us thought it's okay to have sex on their menstrual cycle? Like a lot of people. I mean, Lord knows you're a virgin, bro. No, but you know, we didn't have that. We didn't have that having the knowledge. But how many people did think that way? You know what I mean? I never thought. I was like that was out of your mind to think something like that. But that's what the world teaches. That it's okay to do those things. So now that's been covered. You start following the law and not doing that, right? The Most High is moving us to perfection. Go ahead.
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Right. So what's the point of the law? The point of the law is just to give us the knowledge of sin.
Yeah.
Right? Huh?
That's 3 and 20.
Right. 3 and 20. Galatians.
And Romans 2.
Right. Oh, right. Romans 3 and 20. Right. Wait, go there real quick. Right. So. Yeah. But it can get confusing if you go too fast. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 3 verse 20.
Go ahead.
Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight.
Go ahead.
For by the law is the knowledge of sin.
There you go. But it can't be justified. So remember, I'm edifying on what you're reasoning. You know what I mean? Not that it would be wrong. Not that it would be wrong. But if you're saying, if you're doing that to say, well, I feel justified in keeping this law, that's not which way you want to go, right? You don't want to do it because you're justified. The knowledge tells us we're not justified in the law. Especially, just think about the example I gave. Like you're in the house, you know what I mean? You're already defiling it according to the law. Somebody's touching something and right? You're already breaking that law according to the law, right? All right. I don't want to go too deep. Just we can leave it just right there. Yeah.
Question. Do these scriptures go with like the reading? Like which version of them?
So this goes. She asked a question. She asked a question about staying from class on her menstrual cycle, and I asked her where was her mind in saying that, right? And what mind I was kind of touching on was, or thought process was, why are you saying that? Are you saying you feel justified? You know what I mean? Because if you did that particular thing, and then showing her that, well, there's no justification in it, because in all these other things you break that specific law, right? Like when dealing with the menstrual cycle, like there's some way you're breaking that law, right? Being around people with their menstrual cycle, being in a house and touching all this and all that stuff, right? So that's what I was showing her, like if she's going to do that, don't let it be done through this idea of, okay, this is going to make me right with the Father, right? No. The just shall live by faith. Keep the laws of the Most High and understand, these are the things I can keep and I can get better at and I can do, right? That's what the Most High is looking at, all right? So hopefully that edified, sis. I didn't move too fast with that. All right? What'd she say? Khan, getting your red wings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow. It's on. Ugh. That's, yeah. There's an echo?
Yeah, they're saying it's still an echo.
Is that the mic? Okay, turn the mics off. Oh, all you got to do is no.
It's behind it. It's around the camera.
Yeah, he knows.
Okay, got you. You're the mic guy. All right, y'all. So let's jump back. I hopefully that was clear. Aaron, was that clear?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Okay, all right.
I was I wanted to ask something to see if it would take it off of the subject or your train of thought. And after looking over it, judging it, I see that it probably would because of the wording of what it.
If you got a question, just ask your question.
Well,
or you're trying to drop a scripture.
No.
If you got a question, just ask it.
Okay. My question was, could Galatians 5, starting at Galatians 5 and 4. Galatians 5 and 4 in verse 5, would that take it off?
Pertaining to this subject?
Yes.
Okay, so
talking about?
You just wanted to make sure it coincides. Does it go with it, the subject? Oh, go there real quick.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 4. Christ is become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace.
Right, and it's not off the subject. It's just going deeper. Like I said, I don't want to go too deep off what the topic of the reading is. I just wanted to remind her what proper way to set her mind in.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yes, it goes exactly right with it because it's reminding us. It's what I already quoted, though. All you're doing is just pulling the scripture on what I quoted, which was, that if we think, what's the point of Christ coming back if we needed the law?
Right.
Well, right, we could have done it with the law, okay. Right? So right now, the law is not going to justify us. Who justifies us? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai justified. Yes, the Most High. The Most High sent Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai did the job, and we justified because he was the sacrifice, right? Okay, all right. So let's go. Let's move. Let's go on.
Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 13.
No, just leave it. It'll pop back on.
And when he that hath an issue is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days.
Right. See, there you go, Shawab. That's 7 days again, right? Well, it's the same thing. You can see it's all around, still laying out the common sense of the law, which is what? Give them the 7 days of cleanse, because what happens if you ain't done by 7 days?
You still need to be more cleansed.
More 7 days. Yeah. Like give you another week. Like we got the brother in Rochester dealing with the
issue with his house.
Yeah, the issue with his house. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, this issue with his house, it needs to be cleansed, right? So let's give him 7 days. Well, let's give him another 7 days. Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can get this issue out of the house in these amount of days, right? And give them the time instead of jumping the gun and being carnal with the law. Yeah. And then be like, well, we gave him 14 days, but he needs more than 14 days, right? Because it ain't like the ancient days. You just break down the house. Mm-mm. And then what about if you don't got money just to move out like that? You see how we need Yahweh Shai? Because he don't got money just to be like, you know what? This house is unclean. Let's break it down. Right? He's got to what? Still live there and go through the process of cleaning and making sure, you know, whatever came from next door, right, is out of there, right? So go ahead.
Then he shall number, verse 13. Then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in running water, and shall be clean. And on the 8th day he shall take to him 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons, and come before the Lord unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and give them unto the priest. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue.
Right. Remember when it says, if you, let's go there real quick, the New Testament. Because you just reminding everybody, it's no different from the old and the new. Right? The brother hit me up the other day, and we were talking about we were talking about the head cover. Man, I'm getting class mixed up with, but yeah, I was rapping to him about 1 Corinthians 11, right? About the head cover. No, that was in class.
That was last night.
Yeah, that was in class about the head cover, right? And you start to see these, when we go over that Corinthians 11, you start to see that everything that Paul broke down was in the Old Testament. Right. Everything he broke down, from the order, from thou shalt have no other gods before me, that he's the head, right? And then Christ falls under him, and then the woman, like that's nothing different than Genesis laid down. So everything in the law, right, is in the New Testament. We got to keep saying that, because what did this generation do? The old and the new don't go together. It's literally, you have all these men that wrote down these scriptures in the spirit. It's showing you the spirit of the law. And when you disannul the New Testament or the Old Testament, you're not going to get the full understanding. It's corrupted, right? That's why it says that if you add or take away, your name would be taken out of the book of life. Go ahead. So where are we at? What did I ask for?
Could you say Galatians?
No. What? No. Go to Dan, what point?
It was we was talking about how the offering. Well, be on verse 15. It says,
it'll come back to me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. My bad.
Verse 15. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him.
Oh, where it says the atonement. It says go to the elders and they will pray for you.
Oh, James 5.
Okay, go there. Yeah. Right? So you see that? The same thing. It's not like, oh, it was done away with. It was just edified, refined. It was edified on and it was refined. That's all the New Testament did. Yahushua did. He gave us the edification. Paul in the spirit of Yahushua refined our understanding. It didn't take away nothing. Right? It's showing us properly how to serve the law in the spirit. Go ahead, read that.
5 and 14. James chapter 5 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
Is any among you, is any sick among you? Mm-hmm. Let him call for the elders of the church.
Yeah, that's no different than you would have the priests. Mm-hmm. It's no different. Now, but we know that we're not doing sacrifice and pigeons, but you still go what? Go call for the priests. Go ahead.
And let them pray over him, anointing him with the oil in the name of the Mashiach Yahushua. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick.
Right. You see? So it was no different back then. The Most High moved out the sacrificial law because why? It was set up to bring us to this point anyway in the New Testament. Right? It was not by the blood of lambs and goats that was going to save us, right? Our favorite chapter, Hebrews 10, right? It wasn't going to save us. All right? So just a reminder, you did the same thing. In the Old Testament to the New, you go to the elders, you go to the priests, they would do a sacrifice. In the New Testament, sacrifice is done away with, so it would just be prayer, holy hands praying for you, right? Okay, let's jump back.
Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 15. Last to second precept.
And that was James what?
5:14.
Go ahead.
And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue. And if any man's seed of compilation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation. Right,
and that's why I said the first was about issues that come out of you, right? A blood issue. It could be a sexually transmitted disease issue. It could be whatever issues are coming out of you. Look, this is the way you're going to have to approach this as far as dealing with cleanliness, right? Mm-hmm. And then now we're talking about what?
We're talking about cleaning the clothes.
Right. No, the seed of copulation.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So this is specific to what? The semen, right?
Con.
Go ahead. So having sexual relations, right?
Con.
You're going to make sure you do what? Read.
And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water, and be unclean until the evening.
Okay. So now there you go, y'all. So even in the sundown, right? Mm-hmm. So technically, and I'm just showing y'all these technical things in the law. So if you laid with your wife
in the morning, you can't come to class.
You can't come to class. You will be unclean until the evening. Y'all see that?
Sun's still up.
The sun's still up. It's like, I can't come to class. Now, if you loved to make love, right? Then you, how about you were just that couple that made love in the holy tongue, in the holy language, you know what I mean? Every day. You would never make it. Besides the Shabbat, right?
That's the only time you'd be in class.
Like if you're like, man, you didn't do it the night before because you're just tired. You're like, and it's this theme where you get up in the morning and do your thing, right? What's gonna happen? You'd never make it in class.
Oh.
So that's why I wanted to show you how the law, the technicalities of the law, it can't. There's certain things, man, that cannot be done in this society. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And every garment, and every skin,
right,
whereon as the seed of copulation, shall be washed with water.
Right. So you got to wash everything up. Go ahead.
And
what should be a given, right?
God.
Y'all get that? You take a shower, you clean up, you clean up your environment, right? Go ahead.
And be unclean until the evening.
Go ahead.
The woman also, with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water, and be unclean until the evening.
But you see that?
God.
The act in itself is what? And what is it? It's the seed of copulation, right?
God.
These are the things that Esau in this society is like, you made love and 3 days later you still haven't taken a shower.
God, what did you do to my finger? Oh my God.
Right? These are the things that, and then you got a lot of our people. You know what I mean? That do the same thing. Like, I want her scent on me.
Oh my God.
Right?
Her pheromones.
I want her pheromones on me. It's like, bro, where'd you get this from? You got it from the nations, the heathen. And then we adopted it, and it's like we look like them, like heathens. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
And if a woman have an issue, and her issue and her flesh be blood,
right,
she shall be put apart 7 days.
Right.
And whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening.
Right. Now it's jumping to the woman and her issue, right? Or something that is flowing from her, right? Coming from her, right? Remember, this is her menstrual cycle, but not only her menstrual cycle. Like I said earlier, this is not just, her menstrual cycle. What about if she has another issue coming out of her, right? Do you want blood everywhere? It's like I said, like you cut your arm open and it's bleeding, right? Do you want that just bleeding out of you? No. You got to take care of that. Right? So what issue is it that is issuing from your body? We got to be conscious that, I said last week, how about if you got a constant pus coming from your mouth of blood, and you got to get that tooth pulled? Do you just like swallow the blood and be like, I'm ready for class, huh?
Stop. Swallow the blood.
Right? So just to remind, yes, it's talking about issue, but let's use the sense of the scriptures and know that all these issues that come from us, the Most High was showing us like this is the time period you need, right?
Time.
Now, yes, this woman's unclean for 7 days. There's a continual issue that she has. Go ahead.
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And everything that she lieth upon and her separation shall be unclean.
I'm glad it was written like that. It talked about the male and then the female. You see, so it doesn't make the woman having a menstrual cycle this evil, unclean beast.
Right.
Right? We all can be unclean. Y'all get that. Go ahead.
Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Yeah, you see that? So I know I already went over this part, sis, but see what happens when somebody sits on that, somebody touches the coffee cup, somebody touches that, it technically is unclean, right? Go ahead.
Verse 21. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the evening. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water.
You know what's crazy? Man, and all these years, just to think about the earth, the scripture that says the earth is defiled under the inhabitants.
Yeah.
The bacteria, the filth that goes around because we take away the laws, we transgress the law of the Most High. You know, just think about how many people don't abide to this and go shake their hand. Like, think about the guy that just whacked off and he walked outside and you hand him a package.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And granted, you might not touch his hand, but sometimes you're like, oh, appreciate you. Or you might, I mean, I don't know what. But remember that guy? He got a beat off problem and he's like dapping you up.
Oh.
Like, think about how filthy the world is because we transgress the laws and break the ordinances. Like, and when I mean filthy, bacteria filthy, right? Think about how many people hygiene is bad. How many people, flip those drawers inside and out. We laugh at it, but how many people like, well, I don't need to take a shower. I don't need to take a shower every day. That just don't make sense. How am I going to take a shower every day? So you just walking around with 3 days and no shower? Some go weak, right? So I know this is talking about issues, but the Most High is just showing us how to be clean, a clean nation, a clean people. Yeah, nasty as hell. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Money. Yeah, there you go. Oh, bro, she just nailed it. Money. Money gets passed around and never gets washed.
You sitting there like this, counting your money. You doing that?
Oh.
Counting all the while you licking your fingers. Ugh.
Yeah, then he grabs it, got a $100 bill, like,
right.
Does it like that.
Where'd that come from?
Nasty as hell. What's up, Ike?
Leviticus 15, verse 22.
Yeah. Huh? Right.
You gotta throw those away out.
For real, right? But we do that. We do that. And yeah, some things, man, you know, like nowadays it's so hot, you know, you gotta wash those t-shirts a lot because there just be must on them. You mean sweat on it, you know? I noticed that with me. I'm like, it's too hot now. I can't just, I'm taking off, my shirts are being washed so much because I wear a fringe shirt every day and we work out in the heat. So I'm like, shirt, drawers, I'm like, whoa. It's the Most High is about cleanliness and taking care of our body, mind, and spirit. So read on.
Verse 22, last precept. And be unclean until the evening. And if it be on her bed, or on anything whereon she sitteth,
right,
when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until the evening. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him.
And her flowers is talking about her menstrual cycle, right? Menstrual cycle, the issue that's coming from her, right? A lot of times you can have a false positive. You're thinking like, oh, her menstrual cycle is done, and you waited your 7 days as a pure Hebrew Israelite, and then you went back and laid with her, and then boom, redness. You're like, what the front? But she could be having an issue with her body, right? It happens. It happens. She could be the cleanest sister. She could be trying to make sure she takes care of her body, but how the woman's body is, it could be showing her that she do have an issue, and that issue got all over you. And you're like, wow, what happened? Right? So you got to go clean. She got to take care of herself. Go to the doctor, see what's going on. And for the most part, women that are mature know how to do that. Right? But a lot of young women don't. A lot of young women don't. A lot of the young men don't know how to take care of themselves. They're not on shower. Let me make sure my clothes, my breath, my hair. They're not on that. So this needs to be taught, right? Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
And just like why? Because you made the point earlier. We're in this captivity being shaped by the mind of godless people. So while we point at the nations, well, a lot of us came from doing the same thing. Well, when you talk about this having this sexual intercourse on a cycle, that's not something that just Esau does, y'all. This is something that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have done and are doing. And while the Most High said that we were supposed to be set apart, remember, it wasn't just to be physically set apart. The way that we lived, the way that we conducted ourselves was supposed to be totally opposite of these nations. To the point where if she presented that to you, you were supposed to be like, hell no. If he tried to do that, you were supposed to be like, hell no. Because what was the result of us engaging? Just look at this specific part reminded us, go to Leviticus 20. When you get into the chapter of Leviticus 20, we're going to read it in the next couple of Sabbath classes, is getting into the unlawful sexual activities, right? Jump down go to Leviticus 20 and 18.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 18.
On the topic of this menstrual cycle and how we were supposed to deal with it. Because Art made a good point. So you put her downstairs, she's not sleeping on the bed, but you went downstairs and had sex with her when she was on the cycle anyway. What's the whole point? What's the point? Or if she's in the bed. The point was that she was supposed to say the consequences from the law is why she could be downstairs, she could be in the bed, but we both know this is something that we don't cross. That border, right? Like the border that's on your clothes right now, right? That's with that fringe that law is hanging on to. We don't cross that.
There's got to be something innately in you. I haven't had sex in the Sabbath since I started having sex. That means I haven't had sex on any Sabbaths since I started having sex. Never had sex on the Sabbath. It got to be innately in you.
Yeah.
Now there was just one animal that tried to make me. You know what I mean? Seriously, but I mean, when I was way young, right? But think about it. Just think about it. It got to be innately in you to know, okay, I don't have sex with women on a period. That's disgusting, right? I don't do that, right? I don't have anal sex. Right. I don't do that. We got to talk about these things because we got teenagers among us. Mm-hmm. We got youngsters among us that they're going to get with women, and these women, or the men they get with, right? In this instance, we got a lot of young men here right now, but they're going to get with a woman, and she's going to try to get you to what? Have sex on the Sabbath. She was telling me in Spanish, like, let's do it. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. You dirty animal. Right? Or when she's talking to you in Spanish, talking about, let's do anal. Then what? Mi amor, por favor. Right? Por favor. Yeah.
Man.
What are you gonna do?
Papi.
Right. You're gonna be like, oh yeah. Let me just melt? No, it's like you're nasty as hell. Right? Go ahead.
I mean, in the world, speaking before I came to the truth, a Saturday was just a Saturday to some to people. Like I used to think like Saturday was just a normal day. It was the day of chilling and relaxing. And then Sunday was the day, but never have I ever heard that until I started coming to the truth.
That Saturday was the Sabbath.
That you're not supposed to have sex.
Oh, right, on the Sabbath.
On the Sabbath.
Right.
Not unknowing that Saturday was a Sabbath and Friday. So,
Right. Man, first of all, in the world, Friday is turn up. I'm off of work.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday is a turn up day.
And the whole period thing is a whole nother different thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you can leave that.
Slings and sands, like if you stomp through mud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, all right. Let's go back.
Read the scripture. And that's why, because whether it's the young children or it's us of a certain age that was already shaping in those sayings, in that mind state to think there's nothing wrong with doing it however you want to do it, we got to come back. We're coming back to our customs, understanding what happens when we partook in those things that the other nations didn't have. Remember the law? They didn't know he haven't dealt with other nation, right? So then, what did he want us to be with our nation? Read that.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
And if any man shall lie with a woman having her sickness, and shall uncover her nakedness, he hath discovered her fountain, and she hath uncovered the fountain of her blood.
Right. Still talking about this menstrual cycle, right?
Right. When Leviticus what?
20 and 18. Go ahead.
And both of them shall be cut off.
Just her.
And both of them.
Just the man.
Both of them.
Both of them, because that interaction with both of y'all willing participants, right? So what's going to happen to them?
Shall be cut off from among their people.
Right, because that was not our custom. You wasn't going around talking and trying to encourage a brother. You wasn't having a rhyming saying to get you to encourage somebody to do something wicked, to do something unlawful. Well, if you could walk through mud, you could. No, that's how they talk. We don't talk like that. Just like how we look at pork and all this. That wasn't considered even food. So it wasn't a topic of being food.
Yeah.
Just like this wasn't a topic of do benevolence.
Right.
We had control of our flesh. Today we don't. Today it's like, damn, I can't last. Yeah. Like even when she's on her flower, you can't last, brother. And then you got us that dive so wicked into it, so deep into it. It's like, well, why? You can't do it? Like you're trying to encourage your brother to do the same thing. You're trying to encourage your sister. I think you have sisters that say, oh, it's better.
Yeah,
it's better, and or without being so graphic with it. You sitting there hearing these triggering words, and you're like, "Is it really? Let me try that." And then now we're no different than an Edomite.
That's disgusting, bro.
Now we no different than an Edomite. Now we no different than the Canaanites, the ones that was doing these things in the land, and the Most High spewed them out. So we got to make sure that we're not doing the same things that they were doing. These abominable acts. Just wait till she's clean.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good point. All right, let's jump back.
Verse 24, last precept.
And
all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. That's it.
All right.
Behold!
That's that tribe of Reuben love right there. Huh?
That's the best one yet.
You like that one? You like that one? All right, go ahead.
Aharon, Shabbat Shah, Rabban, Ban Yasha'Allah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Bro, he looking at everybody like, did y'all know
what tribe?
You know what tribe?
We didn't know.
We know your tribe, man. We know your tribe. Bro, Aharon, Shabbat Shah, Ra'aban, Ban Yasha'Allah. I imagine, bro.
Yahweh Shemi al-Shabrakatah.
Yahweh Shemi al-Shabrakatah.
All right, so you represented the tribe of Reuben. All right, then you can't come with that BS then. You know what I mean? You can't come with that BS, all right?
The question, got a question.
Yeah.
It says, so is this talking about knowing she is on her period? We have situations where a man can bring it down and not doing it on purpose.
Right. No. Wait. Say that again so I won't misconstrue with that.
Is this talking about knowing that she is on her period? We have had situations, or I guess women have had situations where a man can bring it down, not doing it on purpose.
Right. And I said that just a second ago before he brought this out. This is what he put in Leviticus 20 and 18 is they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They wilding out. They know what they're doing. Like, remember, when you sin, it goes back into the law presumptuously, right?
God.
You know better, and you guys are what? Doing these things, and somehow it was found out because the Spirit reveals those things, right? That those individuals was both nasty as hell.
God.
The Most High said what? Bring them out and do what to them?
Oh, they would be cut off.
Oh, they were going to be cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Like a
did it say
heathen
death or did it say cut off?
Cut off.
So you were cut off from the people. Yeah, you were alienated. Bro, that's like right there. It's like where you up there with the leopards and the like you down the block from the leopards, right? You were cut off from the people, right? So that Leviticus 20 and 18 is about them knowing.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, and like the law is telling us, this is what happens if your flowers get on him, and he didn't know, right? So it gives you both. If he doesn't know, it's not against the law. Remember, the Most High said if you sin willfully, right? You put Christ to an open shame. As opposed to through ignorance, it's a whole different thing. You didn't know, right? And like I said earlier, it won't even be a menstrual cycle. It'll be you guys just laying with each other and something to happen, right? And there you'll get that on you. The Most High is looking at if you sin willfully, and we could go through those too real quick. Just give me at least two of them. The willful, yeah.
So a flower is a cycle.
Flowers a cycle, though. Yeah.
Unlawful.
To have sex with her while she's on her menstrual cycle is unlawful, right? So and it's it's unlawful. And it's telling us here how to make sure you're separate from her, right? When you're separate from her when she goes through this, right? Verse 20, and everything she lieth upon in her separation. You're separate from her, right?
Right.
She shall be unclean. There you go.
And then,
yeah.
I had a precept. Leviticus 20 and 18.
You
you
just walked out. He walked out. Yeah, I mean, but you're in the spirit though. He literally just went over that.
Oh, dang. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Where were we at? What you got for me? I asked for one.
Hebrews. Go to Hebrews. Guys, pull it. Come on, there you go.
Yeah. Go ahead, read that.
Hebrews 10 verse 26.
Uh-huh.
For if we sin willfully.
Right, and we said what?
Willfully.
Right, we said willfully. So the law has always been established on that. The ones that know what they're doing, breaking the law willfully, and then the ones that do it ignorantly. Right? And we're gonna we
did that in Exodus, presumptuous.
Yeah, and it's gonna come back in, of course, Deuteronomy as well. Go ahead.
After that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
After that we had received the knowledge of the truth. Go ahead.
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
There remain no sacrifice for sins. Meaning, you can't come with a clear conscience to the Father like I didn't know when you did it willfully. Mm-hmm. You can't you thinking the Most High is going to accept. Now we know in the ancient days. Let me use that analogy first. You think the Most High is going to accept your sacrifice when you did it willfully?
Yeah.
Right? The whole thing with the sin was supposed to be you recognize it in your conscience that was wrong. So he's like, that sacrifice is not going to be accepted because you did this knowing you weren't supposed to, right? as opposed to someone do it ignorantly. We laid with each other, and then what happened? Her flowers got on you. Go wash yourself. Go cleanse yourself. You're unclean until evening. Right? What's that?
I noticed like the more you find out different laws that change things, the more it attacks you.
Say that again?
The more you find out things that you're supposed to change.
Yeah.
Like in the world, the more it attacks you, the more things happen.
Yeah.
And it's like an algorithm is set. You gotta literally challenge. So many people just been every time I learn something new, it's something that attacks me.
Yeah, and it's like you learn about the menstrual cycle, and then this woman comes back and be like, "It doesn't matter. We listen. I got to get out of town. We got to do it right now." And it's like, what are you talking about? Why is this happening? Because it's funny because me and your quads were just walking in Walmart talking about the same thing. We were talking about when you know, you're going to receive the greater condemnation because now you know. So what is Satan's job? To get you to break the law, to get you to go against what you know is wrong, right? So he shows up perfect timing, right? Oh, I got to do this. My circumstances put me in the situation. No, you don't got to do that.
You got to eat the pork.
Right, I got to eat the pork. I got to eat the groceries. This is the last time. I ain't going to see her. I ain't going to see her for how long, right? I ain't going to see him for how long, right?
What do you mean by eating groceries?
Bro, Shemai, bro. Come on, bro. Go ahead. You play it. Go ahead.
Verse 27. But are certain fearful looking.
But a what?
Certain fearful looking.
But a certain fearful looking, meaning that we are supposed to be fearful of what's going to happen when we take for granted the mercy and the grace that the Most High has given us. Because we have grace now to stumble, make mistakes, get it right. When you take that for granted, the Most High said, okay, you need to be looking for something. All right? And it's be fearful. It's a butt whooping coming. Right? Go ahead.
But a certain fearful looking for a judgment and fiery indignation.
Meaning that if you keep going down this road, you need to be looking for fiery wrath. Because the Most High is not dealing with that. He wants a heart that's repentant, especially you, he, she, we that know better. And we were talking about that. Too much is given, much is required. And then it came back and said, be not many teachers, for you have greater condemnation. Meaning like the more you know, the more you're accountable for. And it would be better if what? You didn't know, you had not known, than to know and break the commandments, break the laws, break the spirit of the law. You got to think about that. We can go there too, but go ahead, finish that last.
Which shall devour the adversary.
Right, because now you're literally an adversary of the Most High. You're an enemy to the cross, to Yahweh Shai, to the Most High. Go ahead.
What you had, say, bud?
Psalms 19 and 13.
Go there. Somebody else get 2 Peter 2 and 20. Go ahead. Here we go.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 13. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sin.
What does presumptuous mean?
Yeah.
You know what presumptuous means? Go ahead, Shabab.
Premeditated.
Premeditated. That's going into the root of it. Right? Presumptuous means willful. It's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, Howard, but what you mean? Her and her sister's down. Right. What you mean? My boy said it is like when it's on the red. When it's on the red, it's still a go. Like you're still saying, you're denying, you're disregarding what the Most High says. So you're already premeditated. This ain't a slip. Oh, I slipped and I fell and she was on a cycle. No, it's you already was lining it up to do these things that you knew, that should have known that no, I don't do these things. Go ahead.
Let them not have dominion over me.
But what is it showing? It's showing that it's not the Most High who is your power, right? Breaking the first commandment, thou shalt have no other powers before me. Now it's what? The lust of your flesh. Because when every man's tempted, he's tempted by his own lust. Right. And when it says, and when sin has conceived, when he's enticed, then sin is brought forth. Because you let that thought, instead of casting it down with the word, you keep giving yourself to that thought. So now you conceived it. You did it. You literally did the act. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression.
But how do you be innocent? You got to literally stay in the word. You got to stay in the spirit. You got to say, wow, where's my mind telling me to do? Does this line up with what the Most High said is lawful?
Right.
Right? This is what a sin is? Well, listen, am I bound to my flesh? The Bible says to be carnally minded is what?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens? You're gonna get this daggone one of these diseases from Egypt while I keep having this unlawful sex, unlawful interactions. Read the 2 Peter's 2.
Yeah.
2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 20. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge,
the baptism, the real baptism. It wasn't the dunking in water that made you stop doing the sodomy. It wasn't the baptism in water that made you stop eating defiled things. It was us being taught and reading the scriptures and changing our conscience and making our conscience align up with what? Obedient sons and daughters. To say, no, it's not what I want to do. It's what the Father, thy will be done.
Right.
Go ahead.
And to the question on here, so if a woman bleed during intercourse as a virgin, it's the same thing. And we touched on that. It's the same thing. If she bleeds during intercourse, remember, it's not presumptuous. You do what the law says, right? You clean yourself off, right? You guys wash, you clean all that mess up, and then you do what? You're unclean unto even. That's what the law says. So that's why I like how it says the issue, right? Because this issue is coming from her. It's coming out of her or from him, right? It's the same thing. So she would have an issue, regardless if she is a virgin, right? She would still, you would have sex with her, lay with her, and then that blood will show forth that she's a virgin. But the blood in itself is what? It's unclean, right?
Right.
Okay, so you what? You're unclean unto even, right? Wash yourself up.
Yeah.
Would I deal with that according to the word? Right. So go ahead, read on.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior, Yahushua.
Right, all the filthy things that we were doing, right? All the things like the brother just mentioned, your friends will be telling you that it's okay to do. But now you got the truth. Now we're supposed to be free from those things. Free from the things that the Most High calls abominable. Free from the things that even with this uncleanness, we know how to properly go through the cleansing process now. We're not just having sex like Edomites and just throwing our clothes on and going outside and playing basketball. And you got somebody in the post and they're like, "Wow, you smell like this." That's how these filthy people deal. We're supposed to now be set apart from that. Go ahead.
They are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning. Verse 21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness.
Right, because what's the point if you're not going to listen? Now you're getting into that mind like Saul. When Samuel had to tell him obedience is better than sacrifice. What's the point of you sitting in class physically here for 4 or 5 hours? You're online, you're commenting, but you're about to be, as soon as it clicks off, I'm about to go do something opposite what I learned today. What's the whole point? Go ahead. There you go. Right. There's no point in it.
I like what the scripture said. Well, me and him went over earlier, and I think we just touched on it. You're treasuring up an ass whooping.
Oh yeah.
It says you treasure up vengeance. It's like you know how it says that we're laying up our like it says we're laying treasures in heaven.
Yeah.
The righteous.
Yeah.
Well, the wicked are laying treasures in heaven too. But it says fiery indignation. Like that's what you're treasuring up because you do despite unto the grace.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's it on that.
Yeah. What's that, Aaron?
I had a party at work, and I don't know if this. I had 2 questions. And they had this dude that had a party. He wanted to fish because he's a fisherman, right? And he had Kobe. So they had Cobia, catfish, and other ones. So I started looking at all the fish after the stuff. So I ate the Cobia.
Oh yeah. I think we talked about Kobe fish before, but you looked it up, and it's like a catfish. But you didn't sin willfully, right? You didn't know it was that. So that's what the grace is. Now you know, and knowing is the half of the battle.
I looked at everything they had. I knew what not to eat. And I go there and I'm like, yeah, this
Did you eat the fish? Okay, so now it's supposed to guard you. You're supposed to be more guarded, especially when you're around people in the world. Yeah, you always gotta ask what you eating in the world. Like especially a office party, what is that? You know what I mean? Oh, it's this. It's good. It's good. It's like, nah, let me look that up because. Look. Yeah. And that's, no, you're not a kid, you're a king. Listen, Aaron, you're a king. You're supposed to be eating separate from them. Don't look at it like that, like, oh, you know, they pointing me. Yeah, they're separating good. Why is it that it's a degrading thing to be singled out and put aside? You're being separated from them. So if they bring you a single basket of food, it's like, okay, appreciate that. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm separate from them. I don't eat on the commoners. The commoners, they eat what? All the slop, all the gizzards, all the inwards. You're going to bring me the right stuff to eat. I'd be like, cool, appreciate that.
I was thankful, but the way they came off with it was like, they go to chicken sandwich, and they had the basket set up with all the pork, bacon, and everybody was like, hey, you want to get over here with us? I was like, dang, I'm just isolated. Because I'm all way over here with my
No, the Most High is isolating you.
That's how they made me feel.
Good. No, do you feel bad because you're isolated? Okay, then it's beautiful. Everywhere we go in all these different logistic places we're dealing with, we're isolated. We different. I know I'm different. I don't want to be like them. I don't want to think like them. I don't want to walk like them. I don't want to dress like them. There's no way you can make me feel bad. This world, there's nobody in this world that can make me feel bad when they're in that worldly mind state. Only you can make me feel bad because you guys are godly individuals seeking righteousness. But I can't feel bad because they're in wickedness and loving that. You know what I mean?
Me making them, not making them, when they go out and do harder things, they got to do things different for them. And so everybody else is cool with it except one particular MF who is like her lead. He goes out his way to, you know what I mean, just to let me know. He took it upon himself to hand me the bag. And then I'm just like, all right. I mean, it was weird as mud. I'm like, so, and then, again, he bought, because I told him I didn't eat catfish and fish without scales. He bought the Kobe. And he personally gave it to him. And I'm like, bro, I kind of felt like it was up. Like, you did this purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bought me a fish you knew didn't have scales. You asked me a question.
Well, we're actually looking at it right now. Kobe is lawful. It is. It has scales. It has fins and scales.
They said it didn't have scales at all.
Nah, it does.
You probably got a misclick.
It's a sea fish, right?
What?
It's a sea fish.
Yeah. It says. Let me see. I don't even want to look at the kosher part, but we're over here looking at it, and it says. What were we looking at? Give me that what you had, Aaron.
Yeah, it says yes, cobia do have scales, but they are very small, smooth, and embroidered in the skin, making the fish appear almost scaleless.
So it was lawful.
It was lawful.
It was lawful. So you didn't.
Up on it would have been wrong.
Huh? I didn't hear you. No, I didn't hear what he said.
me saying something to him would have been wrong to me.
Well,
like you did this purposely, knowing, because he just always, he's a peculiar person when it comes to someone outside of what he believes. He's one of them.
Go to 2 Corinthians 6 and 17 real quick. Before we go there, go to Galatians 1 and 15. Go to Galatians 1 and 15.
Galatians chapter 1 verse 15. But when it pleased the Most High, who separated me from my mother's womb.
It what?
Separated me from my mother's womb.
Read it from the top.
But when it pleased the Most High.
It pleased who?
The Most High.
If the Most High is pleased with it, I'm pleased with it. It pleased the Most High to what?
Who separated me from my mother's womb.
The Most High is pleased with it that He's making you different. I'm different. I'm different. He separated you. You understand? And that's what it's supposed to be. Go ahead.
And called me by His grace.
And what?
Called me by His grace.
Right. So the Most High is doing His work, and you cannot take that for granted. You're supposed to understand that He's doing something for you, like a father loves a child. Right? That's what you got to look at it. You can't feel bad because you're not playing with the little heathen kids. You got to realize that, look, I don't really want to be over there with y'all anyway. You got to be that kid. Like, I don't want to play with y'all anyway. You know what I mean? I want to be right over here doing me. You like, do. I'ma just do me. Right? Go from there. Go read the 6 and 7, 2 Corinthians 6 and 17.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore, come out from among them.
Do what?
Come out from among them.
So you should already have that mind that the Most High is pulling you out and you want to come out. There shouldn't be a resentment in that. And that's why we always pull that scripture in Romans 6 about that, about you have to understand what fruit you had in the world. Why? Because you're supposed to. Like, there's no shame in the world. You have a shame that the Most High is using to increase you in the spirit. They don't got no shame. They eat all of that and then what? They'll keep moving. Now you have a conscience. The Most High is separating you as a light from darkness. He said He's separating you as adamant, light and darkness. Right? You're the light of the world, being separated from the darkness. So don't let, the more and more you take confidence, you take strength in the separation. You know what I mean? Because we know you're going through that process. It's a hard thing that Most High is yanking you out from your friends, your family, and you're like, I'm not even doing nothing. You're not even banging on nothing, but He's doing that because He loves you. Right? He said it pleased Him to do this. Go ahead.
And be ye separate.
And be what?
Be ye separate.
Yeah, be separate. I eat my lunch by myself. I don't need y'all. You know what I mean? You want to come talk to the king? Come over here and talk to the king and I'll enlighten you. But other than that, I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to do none of that. I know what the Most High is doing. Right? He's separating me. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord. And touch not the unclean thing.
Do what?
Touch not the unclean thing.
I don't want to be around it because that's all they do. Their debauchery, their madness, what they bring around. That's all about keeping you pure and clean. So, turtle soup? Yeah. Come on, what is that?
Why would you bring that? It's like bringing a bag of boiled eggs. Like nobody wants it.
Read on.
And I will receive you.
And I will what?
Receive you.
That's the only way the Most High is going to receive you, by cleaning you up. And that's separating you from everybody else, right? You have one, Aria?
1 Peter chapter 4.
Yeah. Galatians is.
Start at verse 1 real quick.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 1. For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind.
Right, so this is getting your mind prepared. The Most High brought you in the same way Yahushua had to suffer in the flesh and cut off the world. Now that you're coming in and learning what's to cut off from your flesh,
you're supposed to be arming up yourself in the same mind. Go ahead.
For he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin.
Jump to verse 3.
Come on, verse 3. For the
So let me read that one more time since you read it. Go ahead.
Come on, verse 1.
No, the last verse that you just read.
Verse 2.
Come on, verse 2. I was slow.
No.
Verse 1. For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind.
See, Christ suffered in the flesh, right? Being separated from this wicked world.
Right.
We have to arm ourselves the same way. You got to prepare for that. Because he said, I chose you out of the world. Right?
I got one more.
All right.
The woman thing you said earlier. Not on the Sabbath.
Okay. Let him finish his scripture, then we can jump to the next thing you're bringing out. All right? All right. Go ahead. Finish that.
For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin.
See, so our suffering and our being ostracized from society is perfect. Because what it does is starts to separate us and cleanse us. So the Most High is separating you, and he's like, okay, now I'm going to work on you. And he's cleaning all these little things out of you, right? He does it. He does that to all the ones he loved, his chosen. All right? What? Is that why what?
It just pops up.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you learn of it.
Yeah, it pops up. But there's two things going on here. There's you being cleansed, and then Satan constantly trying to accuse you before the Father. So you being cleansed and you're going through this, right? Remember, it's a spiritual battle. You're being separated from the blunt, separated from the 40, separated from the wicked women, separated from the street life, separated from the anger, separated from all these things. So he's what? Cleansing you up little by little. Now you're being separated. You're being separated from friends, family, damn work people, because the Most High is showing you what? I'm going to get you to myself, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And the more and more you don't realize that, it's going to be like, what's happening? What's happening? This is happening, whether you like it or not. I don't know why he chose you. You may not know why he chose you, but he chose you to be that vessel to honor. There it is. So take glory in that and say, you know what? Let me not kick against the pricks and follow the path that the Most High chose me for. Let me abide in my calling. Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right.
Like, my weakness is women.
Okay, hold on. You're jumping. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Verse 3.
Verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
So in our past life, he did. It said what?
Our life may suffice us.
It was sufficient to what?
Have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
In our past life, it was sufficient to wake up, smoke a blunt, right? Roll over. Mm-hmm. She just got on her period, hit it, right? After that, go make me a ham sandwich, right? Like you got the ham and the blunt in your mouth while just menstrual cycle session. Mm-hmm. It was sufficient. Go ahead.
When we walked in lasciviousness.
When we walked in what?
Lasciviousness.
Which was that deep lust, that deep desire. Like some cats get their rockers off doing filthy things like we were talking about earlier. Yeah. It's like, man, I get my rockers off. Oh, I love this. Damn, I got to stop that? Right? Go ahead.
Lusts, excess of wine.
What? It says what?
Lust, excess of wine.
Remember, that's what we were driven by. The lust of the flesh. The excess of wine, the excess of drinking, the worldly things. Go ahead.
Revelings.
Right, the revelings, riling up, right, getting turned up. Yeah. Right? You can get turned up in the spirit, though. Right. It's a difference between getting turned up in the barbecue bomb diggity that you might meet the chick in the bathroom and get top, and it's a different than getting turned up at a feast.
Right.
You can revel in righteousness, but the revelings it's talking about was the revelings of the world, which ended up with what? Debauchery, madness, craziness, right? Breaking the laws and commandments of the Most High. There's a turn up in righteousness too. It's okay, right? Go ahead.
Banquetings and abominable idolatry.
But then what was our lifestyle about? I'm going to hit the hookah bar. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Starbucks. It's about banqueting.
Party nonsense.
Yeah, it's about, look, I gotta live like this. And there's nothing wrong with the Starbucks. What I'm saying is, like, now your life is what? You got to be in the scene. That's what it's saying. You're in the scene. And if you don't have that, a lot of us feel like, man, what have I been secluded to? Like, look at my life now. I don't do nothing, right? You have a different birth. You have a different calling, right?
That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like I'm changing everything.
Yeah.
And every time I change something, it's something new I gotta change. Like, it don't never stop.
Oh, it's not going to stop. Because in order for you to be perfected in the vessel to honor, we have to change and keep moving forward. I'll put it like this, do you want to see the Most High? Do you want to be with the Creator? Okay, it says the Most High is a consuming fire. So in order for us to get closer to the Father, it's going to be hotter and hotter. And as it gets hotter, we get purified, we get cleansed, and then we're going to be acceptable in the eyes of the Most High. Go ahead.
Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them.
See? They think it's strange that they what?
Run not with them.
So you're going to get that. Oh, man, you're not eating with us? You're not going to, well, you're not smoke, right? Your boys, that you don't smoke with us. Like, you think you better than us because you over there with that coat, right? They think it's strange that you what?
Run not with them.
Go ahead.
The same excess of riot.
See?
Speaking evil of you.
They do what?
Speaking evil of you.
What do they do to Aaron?
Speaking evil of you.
They speaking evil of you. Right? Oh, so you ain't going to eat none of what we eating? Yeah, yes. Speak evil of me. Fine. Barakatah Yahweh. Because now I feel like I'm actually doing something for the Most High, right? Go ahead.
Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead?
Yeah, listen, you got to give account to the Father, and they also have to give account to the Father. Now, you know better. So don't be discouraged. Follow your heart in the mind of the Father. Right? All right. Could we go back reading, or you got something else?
I already said, I guess let's just go back.
No. The women thing. That's a subject that we can go into. We can go into that after the reading if you want to. All right? All right, go ahead. Read.
She asked Renee, Sister Renee's right, reading online, can we eat tuna?
Tuna is fish, depending what type of fish it is.
It's lawful.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you say tuna, that's the name of the fish.
Yeah, you got different classes. You got albacore, yellowfin, bluefin, which is the most popular brands that we'll eat, and all of them have fins and scales. You know, it's just when you go to Leviticus 11 and 10, it just tells us it has to have fins and scales. It didn't say it had to have fins and scales throughout the whole body. It says fins and scales. Tunas have fins, and every fisherman, right? You don't got to go to ChatGPT to get they have scales. They have scales. They have it a lot around the head part. If you watch, I used to watch that show Wicked Tuna. That was one of my little shows I used to watch, right? And they be catching these yellowfins, massive. They $10,000.
Those are tuna?
Yeah, massive, huge.
So tunas ain't small. Tunas can be.
You got different ranges, but you want to they go like those tuna fish those tunas that they use for sushi. Yep. You're talking about like 100-some pounds.
Damn.
Tunas, yeah, they're
bluefin's like 800 pounds.
They got 800 pounds.
And they charge a lot for that.
They charge a lot. They're lawful though. They have scales. The Kobe, that was my first time hearing about that. Fish. I looked it up. It's similar because if you look at it from the eye, it looks like it's a smooth skin. But even when you zoom in on it, you can see it has embedded in its skin scales. Similar to like, huh? I didn't see that, but that still doesn't go by the criteria of what the Most High said makes it lawful or not.
Yeah.
It said nothing
about not how it looks.
Right. It said it has to have fins and scales.
Now here's my question. I know this is on the topic, but off the topic. Is that a genetically modified fish?
Oh no, the
tuna?
No, the Kobe. Yeah, because y'all jump back to the Kobe real quick.
Kobe's fresh water, right?
Right. It's just an ugly fish. It's just ugly as hell. It looks like.
It's like a catfish. It's a predator too.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
It swim with sharks. It swims with like stingrays.
It got fins and scales until we found out if they put that in right in there. It says it's lawful. They got fins and scales, right? But yeah, we could talk about that genetically modified thing later. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's that, Marwa?
I don't really know about fish and all that, but what about like these crossbred fish and stuff like that? I don't really know any information on fishes. And
What we as Israelites should know is we should try to stay away from the modified, the crossbred, right? We should try to stay away from all those things, like the genetically modified ones. Like a lot of us stopped eating tilapia because why? We heard it was what? It's a hybrid, yeah. So that's why you stay away from that. That ideally, remember, everything we ate had a seed in it, right? So it was created by the Father, as opposed to the genetically modified fish. There was no seed. They mingled seeds, right, and then created this. And that's just my my rough draft on how they did this. I don't know how they make these dang different fish, but stay away from it. Yeah.
Can we eat goldfish?
Why would you want to do that?
No, I'm saying
Can we eat goldfish?
Yeah. Really big. They get really big.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you just waiting for that boy to puff up, huh? That's a good question. Look and see if it got skins and scales.
I get it. Goldfish does have it.
It got skins and scales?
You can't eat it because it's got so much ammonia in it. It's like this. It put out the most amount of ammonia in a fish tank. Like when you have them and you put them in your fish tank, like you got to change the water.
That comes from because I used to have they urinate. They defecate a lot. If you have goldfish, you definitely have to have a strong filter. You have to have bottom feeders. You have to have those kind of things that the Most High said to clean the tanks. You have goldfish. You have to have snails. You have to have crustaceans. That will get through the rocks. If not, because they eat and they poop, and then a lot of it has to do with you're feeding them over too much. So that those flakes gets to the bottom, then it turns into the ammonia. So yeah, but I don't.
So it's not the fish. It's just making sure you properly take care of these fish in the right way.
Yeah.
Like the Most High knew what He was doing, right? You're taking these fishes out of the ocean where that's not an equation, and you're putting them in a little box. Obviously, if you don't have your environment set the right way, the ammonia, the piss in there will build up.
And that's important because a lot of times when we look at what's lawful, you got to remember the scripture says the earth is defiled by the habits thereof. So you're going to say, well, I'm getting me salmon, right? But what kind of salmon? You want wild caught. You don't want farm raised. Now that salmon is lawful, but if you're getting salmon from an industry that keeps the salmon in one confined area, you ever seen how they do this farm raised fish? They're like on top of each other, literally like how they had us on those cargo slave ships. So they're not able to, and because they're in these confined environments, there's mutations that happen with those fish. So you'll look at the fish, their skin, you'll see different kind of ailments on these fish, and all they do is just cut that off and put it on the market. So you got to make sure it's wild caught.
Let me read. I don't know what LaShawn, why she's saying that. She said I had told one of the brothers that the meatball got pork in it. And then he says he's going to eat it this time.
Oh yeah, that was the brothers in Fresno. I remember. Yeah, she said that.
Look, y'all gotta understand that you can't control anybody's belief in faith. Like this is what we gotta realize as Hebrew Israelites. I know we be vigilant in the word, and we're thinking, man, as soon as we pop that sword on them in the spirit, that they're gonna get it. People are going to get it in their time, and hopefully they don't put off too long. But you can't do nothing about that. You just keep it moving until that brother or that sister comes to the measure of faith. That's how it is when you're teaching somebody. You can't control somebody's measure of faith, and like you just gotta teach and keep it moving, right? because everybody's going to grow at their time, right?
They feed the farm fish. Poop pellets from pigs.
Oh wow!
Pig poop pellets.
The farm fish. Ugh. They feed them dookie. That's crazy. The antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they to keep them to keep the diseases down. They feed them.
Esau so backwards. It's like you destroy the water, then you destroy the fish. It's crazy. Go ahead. Come on, so we can move on.
As far as the salmon and hamburger, I used to work at Farm Fresh.
Yeah.
And we eat about, and I wanted to be a butcher when I was young.
Okay.
I used to take the beef, the ground beef, they would mix it and put a percentage on it. So I used to think it was fat percentage, but it was a part of the red meat that mixed with water. So what she said is some context, and some distributors do that.
Do what?
They'll take it. I used to do it myself.
They take the salmon?
They'll take the
ground beef.
Oh, the ground.
Ground beef.
And put a fat content on it, like 20%.
85, 80, yeah, you got the 85, what is it, 85-15, that's the lean. Yeah, it's supposed to be, yeah.
I never heard of that. Holy wow.
So you was mixing, the Partizan loves this, because he just said it, if y'all been watching the Saturday, you don't eat ground beef. So you said that they take the ground beef.
I don't either.
Ground pork.
I eat ground lamb.
How do you eat a hamburger?
Oh, wait a minute. You're right. I do eat a hamburger. I take that back.
Come on, come on,
You gotta get the lean with the percentage, and that's what I was doing. The percentage.
See, but that right there, look at how much, like in the law, like we find out later down the years and what it is, and then we got to do the research, and then we got to look into it. But little did you know, you're eating a lawful food, but what do? They learned some way to defile it, because that's been the whole thing for us to eat the swine.
And I didn't. When I came to the truth, I was like, Dad, my girl used to be like, why you checking them hamburger? Just grab the hamburger. She like, they know I literally done it. I used to put the hamburger, put the pork, put it through the grinder.
God.
So why would you add the pork? They mix it to stretch it.
Yeah, a percentile.
I mean,
then who does that?
Yeah, what company?
Farm Fresh used to do it all.
Farm Fresh? That's crazy.
Yeah, because
I never heard of that.
Pork is cheaper, so it makes.
Cleaning the floors,
God.
went to the grinder, the packager, to the butchers. That's why I like knives. So that's cut stuff.
That is crazy.
Pork fillers.
All right, I was telling him information only for information, not because he's trying to sway him, not by trying to sway him or another, but if I have information. But if I have information, I thought I was supposed to share it. Yeah, of course. Sis, you're doing right. You're doing right. You're doing right. What I'm trying to do is calibrate your perspective, right? And to bring ease to you, right? That all you can do is just keep doing what you're doing, give them the information and move on. So you're doing right. You're doing good, sis. That's all you can do. You give brothers the information, you give the sisters the information. And the more and more they grow, they're going to see why the law, the scriptures is beneficial in dealing with them. All right. So, all right, let's go back, y'all. Pork fillers.
Yeah, because they're cheap as eat, like you said. Like pigs, they have like multiple babies at once. They can have like a whole litter, right? Pork is cheaper. Right, when you have cows, what do they? They only have one at a time, right? Yeah. And y'all see the price of beef is crazy right now. Anyway, so I can see that them stretching the ground beef into God dang. To make hamburgers. God, not at Whataburger though. Not at Whataburger. All right, let's go back.
That's genius.
Let's go. No, it's diabolical. That's what it is. Why is it do evil? So where we at? Leviticus 15 and 25. Yeah.
Leviticus chapter 15, verse 25. And if a woman have an issue of blood many days out of the time of her separation,
or if it run beyond the time of her separation, all the days of the issue of her uncleanliness shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean.
And we talked about this before. If she run outside of her separation, so if her menstrual cycle goes past 7 days, right? You got to add the other 7 days. You got to give her another 7 days, 14 days, right? Because obviously she's having what? She's having some issues, right? A regular menstrual. Because I said again, usually a menstrual cycle lasts 4 days. Right? For some women. It might even last shorter. Right? And then the Most High's like, look, but I'm giving you a full, complete week to make sure there's no issues. Obviously, if it goes past 7 days, there's some issues there. Right? Especially when you know, like I know, my ribs like, that's 4 days or 3 days and it's done. And then other days are to make sure their body is recalibrated. The Most High knows what He's doing. Yeah.
Is that the brown days when it's brown and blood is still in there?
Oh, I never got into all that part. Like I never investigated and asked him what color it was. You know what I mean? If you got a rib, maybe you can do that word to be about the color.
I call it the brown days because after her period come on, then things are brown, and then that's when you have the smell and everything else. Then it goes.
Okay. All right. I never went into it that deep to ask them and be like, hey, what color, what this and this.
It's brown, it's burgundy, it's red, brown. I mean red, burgundy, and brown. And I guess that's why the 7 days afterwards, you give her time to get back right, the smell, everything. Her whole
Okay.
it become white.
Yeah. But what you just said there is beautiful, because this is why it's important for a woman to take care of herself, because a woman shouldn't smell when she's on her menstrual. There's an issue. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from 20 years of experience. I can never say, yeah, I smelled my rib when she was on her issue. Neither one of my ribs. Like, yeah, I smell it. I can tell she's on her issue. No, there's got to be some issues there if she's smelling on her issue, right? It's got to make sure she take care of her body. Go ahead. Let's read on.
Verse 26. Every bed whereon she lieth all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation. And whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean, as the uncleanliness of her separation. And whosoever toucheth those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the evening. But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. And on the 8th day she shall take unto her 2 turtles and 2 young pigeons, and bring them unto the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for her before the Lord for the issue of her uncleanness. Thus shall ye separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness, when they defiled my tabernacle that is among them. This is the law of him that hath an issue, and of him whose seed goeth from him, and is defiled therewith, and of her that is sick of her flower, and of him that hath an issue of a man, and of the woman, and of him that lieth with her that is unclean. Chapter 16, verse 1. And the Lord spake to Moses, spake unto Moses after the death of the 2 sons of Aaron, when they offered before the Lord and died. And the Lord said unto Moses, speak unto the children, speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times unto the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not.
Right. And I know everybody gets this by now as we go through the law, but the severity of the law, the severity of not trying to downplay the will of the Father, the office, right? You can't. I want to say it, but man, Israel is like there's the specific way the Most High said do things. You can't just disannul those things, right? You gotta, for the most part, and all these things, see the importance, right? Why the Most High laid them down. All right,
Yeah,
good.
there was rules for everybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, you got rank and then you don't have to, you got a position, you don't have to follow the standard, you don't have to be in order. The scripture tells us that the Most High is not a respecter of persons, and here it is.
Right.
Here it is. So, so why do we think that we can move outside of that?
What we've just been talking about, as much is given, much is expected, right? Forget about rank. It's about, like, think about it. There was always position. Aaron's position, is it as Moses?
Wow.
Okay, so you can't say like, well, where was the rank? Well, Aaron and Moses. What are you talking about, bro? Like, there's position.
Right.
Whatever label you want to put on it, there's a psychological thing, y'all. Israel is trying to play on themselves. There's a position that Moses had. There's a position that Aaron's had. There's a position that Aaron's sons had, and they got out of that position and was destroyed, right? That's why you respect the position. So if you want to use rank, position, bishop, pastor, deacon, right? Or officer 50, officer 100, right? Because, or you want to, whatever label, it's what? To be respected, right? Okay. So what position was Peter? What position? Look, I'm going to do this for y'all. So when the psychological slowness comes up on the internet, you guys can be able to think your way through it. What position, according to the Bible, was Peter? And what position with Matthew, Bartholomew, Andrew? What position did they have? You got it? Okay, answer.
They were the disciples.
Was that a position? Was that rank?
Yeah, it was rank.
Hell yeah, it was rank. Why? How do we know it was rank?
Because he didn't choose just those specific, because Christ chose those specific apostles to carry. Yeah.
Well, how do you know it was rank?
Because he didn't choose.
How do you know it was, forget the word rank. How do you know it was position?
I got you.
Because he didn't choose nothing but 12 apostles.
That's good. That's good. It's good. But I want you to look. I want you to look and find something more on that. I'm not going to give it to y'all. I want you to look for it, because this is the problem with Israel. We don't know, and then Joe Donut has some slick online, don't know what the hell they're talking about, and it's not biblical. All right, how about this one? Who was the highest ranking of the apostles? All right, forget the word rank. Who was the highest position amongst the apostles? You know? Hold on. Do you know? This one's easy. This one should be, yeah.
I would say Peter.
Why?
Because he built the house, the church upon.
Did he say anybody else he was building the church on? So, did not Peter have, forget the word rank, because you want to play with that word rank and be like, there was no rank. let's go back. Peter, was he not the head over all the 12? I don't read nowhere else in the Bible where he said, "You're gonna upon this church, upon this rock, I will build my church." So Peter was the what?
The rock.
He was the head amongst the 12 apostles. All right, that's something simple. Like if you didn't even look in the Bible and knew the word bishop, pastor, deacon, and understand that those were positions. If you really are that lost and didn't know that, you can even see amongst the apostles there was what? Let's not use the word rank. We're gonna use the word position. Because let's not. All right, you want to play with the words, not you, but cats are playing with words, right? Let's use the word position. There was always position in the Bible, right? When you go to the Old Testament, there was always rank. So yes, the apostles had position. They weren't just given position. They weren't just given the upper seat and out of order, right? Now, I still want y'all to look up to show me. How about this? I'll give it away. I'll give a little bit away. When he comes back, what did he say he was going to do to those in position, in certain positions? You got to find it, scriptures. You got to find it. No, it's not now. We're moving on. You know, what's up? Hey, Quantas up. Don't be throwing it in there. This guy, bro, don't go in there and throw that in the chat either. What?
I always thought it was like ranking, but a position. Because Peter used to go hard. Peter would chop somebody's ear off. He could talk to Peter. He could correct Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him back on because Peter was just, he was like that. And he was like his right hand man a little bit.
Right.
So he understood everything and he went hard.
Right. Exactly. You're right. I just want y'all to look these things up so y'all won't be bamboozled by the slowness of others. All right? Because it's in the Bible, right? Whatever label you want to put on position, whether it's the word rank, whether it's the word bishop, pastor, deacon, that in itself is position in the Bible, right? Well, I want you to look it up. Let's get you got to get something. You got to have something to study on.
Peter carried a sword.
Was he the enforcer? But
he said a position.
What's up? Oh yeah, hold that. All right, let's read on.
That's homework, God. It's homework.
What's up? I like what Schwab what Schwab was saying where he was going.
Yeah,
he chose the disciples.
Yeah,
just like he.
I like that. I like that too. That's a deep insight. But that right there, what he said, goes over everybody's head. Like it can't be like that. It got to be A, B, C, or else. Like when I mean A, B, C, meaning scriptures. Like what he's doing is making the sense. Oh, it's obviously they have position because the apostle showed up, right? But that's not in the slow mind. The slow mind is like, well, anybody that was showed up, they would have been an apostle, right? Not knowing that they would have still been under those apostles, right? So they would have still been under the apostles.
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go read.
We have 16 and 3.
Yeah. Well, actually,
what did he have?
It says
Matthew 16.
second to last precept, verse 2. It says,
let me see what he got.
which is upon the ark, that he die not. For I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. Thus shall Aaron come unto the holy place with a young bullock for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering.
I want to go back to reiterate why that point came up. That point came up because the severity and the seriousness of Aaron's position, Moses' position, and everybody that falls in positions under them. Right? There had to be a accountability for those different positions. Right? Okay. So that's why that point came up. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Oh no,
No, I was going to say, just when you look at that, it's again going back to, it was yeah, Aaron, you wasn't just going to come in and carry this office the way you think you could do it.
Right.
Because as we going in, it's going to show you that when he did come in, it had to be for this reason, according to this standard, the way I dictated to do. Why is that so important? Especially, well, in our day and time, in our generation, where all you got to do is just hook up your Wi-Fi, right, and you get a Bible, and you put on some garments, and then now you got everybody sitting and thinking that you're a man of integrity, you're a man of the Lord. But it's like, well, what are you following? Who are you? Who taught you? Right? What are you holding yourself to? And this is what he's telling Aaron, that he has to hold himself to this. It can't be done his way. It has to be done this way. Because you see it in verse 2, it says that he come not at all into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat. But then he comes down and tells you how he was going to do it when he was supposed to come. Meaning, again, having to check us. And that's a lot of times brothers want to avoid that part of being checked and being corrected and being shown that no, you can't read the Bible like that. That's not the tone that you're going to read in. No, how you broke that down, that wasn't on point. See, this is right here showing us that, yeah, that pride, the Most High was squashing that even back then. Not saying Aaron was dealing with pride, but what we're supposed to take out of this is that we have to hold ourselves to something, not lean on your own understanding, but trust in the Lord. Right? What you was gonna say?
We was talking the other day when I was talking to some of my friends. And,
yeah.
And like you said, you gotta believe in certain things. Certain things that we believe, and them being Christians and one of them being Muslim, like it was just different beliefs all at one time. Like my Christian homeboy thought that God and Jesus was one person, and then my Muslim homeboy was like, well, he's just a prophet, he was a man. Why do you do this? And then, you know what I mean, just trying to, having this conversation, you got 4 different opinions about one subject. And I'm like, Dad, which one is right? So this is what I believe. And he's like, this is what I believe. And each one of us going, trying to find facts on why this is prevalent. And I never thought nobody thought they were one person, even as a Christian. I'm like, how do you believe that? How do you get that?
Because they're not, remember, this is why you got to study. From their perspective of why they believe that, and you got to know what the scriptures say. Right? Say like those different concepts is just straight, like when they get into all you're talking about the Trinity and then oneness and all that madness, right? Those are different concepts that Christianity and all these different religions started, right? But when you look at the sense of the scriptures, it just don't match with the sense of the scriptures. It just don't match, right? That God and Christ are the same individual and Christ, and there's different variations of their idea, but it don't match the book. Right? There's a lot, right? What?
One of the things he said was like when Jesus was talking, like when you see me, you see God. And I was like, isn't he doing his bidding? Is he about to say him? Instead of being one person, he was God. What was he doing?
Yeah. But those are Aaron, those are the questions where you got to get in class and you got to keep going over those and you got to keep studying, because if not, you will be persuaded. The simple belief of everything, but a wise man looketh well to his going. You got to be able to go through the scriptures and go over those different topics and read it for yourself to see, wait a minute, this is not a concept of the Bible. Like they're coming up with that with their own understanding, but they're leaving out so many verses to come up with that with their own understanding, right? So, I mean, other than that, we'd be here hours going over that topic for you. But we've been over that topic also, so you can go on the. I know Quatazat been over it. We've been over it about the Trinity and all that, the different things, right? So that's why there's an argument. Because the argument is that we believe, according to the scriptures, these things, and what they do is they won't even really acknowledge certain verses, like the way, what we believe. It's like, well, you're forgetting this scripture, and they're like, well, no, because this says this. So they're literally erasing scriptures out that will create your understanding of the Bible. You see that? Yeah.
That's called having a confirmation bias.
A confirmation bias. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so a lot of times religious people do that. We don't supposed to do that. We supposed to live on, prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. Like this concept you're talking about ain't biblical, because these different verses, it disannuls that, what you're saying, right? And then that's why it's always a so-called debate, because we're going back and showing them, and they're like, nah, well, this, and this, and this, and this. They're just literally going to disannul what verses you show them that God and Christ is not the same individual. They're going to disannul it. When Christ looked up into heaven and he said, Father, they disannul that. I heard the debate on this. I'm like, oh, so you just wipe that out of the existence. But when they argue that point, they literally just basically act like the point wasn't told to them. Yeah, I know it don't make sense, but anyway, you can go over that topic, go over the class, go over the YouTube. You know what I mean? You got to go over it, get it, write it down, write the precepts, go over them yourself, so you can be sharp when you're asked these questions. You know what I mean? All right, come on, let's read on.
You finished? Oh, he did. Next, read it.
Shayman, Shabbat Shaw, Banyamyan, Banya Sharala.
Shanyaban, Shabbat Shaw, Banyanyam, Banya Shala. Imajib. Brock.
Yehovah, Shemi Hawashai Brakatah.
Yehovah, Shemi Hawashai Brakatah.
Ban Yam Yan.
That's still up for review.
But Ban Yam Yan. But Ban Yam, it's a tongue twister when I say it fast. Ban Yam Yan.
Right.
Ban Yan Yan. Ban Yam Yan.
Fourth reader is going to continue Leviticus chapter 16, verse 4 down to 15. Leviticus chapter 16, verse 4 down to 15.
Leviticus chapter 16 and verse 4. He shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh.
Yeah, he wasn't going to wear a jersey, right? He wasn't going to just come in whatever kind of garments he thought he was going to. I put fringes on it. No, there was a criteria that had to be, you had to keep to. That's what we're supposed to be picking out. It's not supposed to be, well, that's what the elders did. You know, the elders wore the garments, but we going to do something different now. What do we always go to the, we always go there, 2 Timothy 2. We got to go there. And I know they've been going over it in Houston, because this is what we're seeing that's not being held to. Why everybody has the so-called higher learning, the higher understanding. What about the weightier matters? What about the principal things?
Remember when I was telling y'all about pants the other day, or about these underpants that we wore in the priesthood? And I was like, remember they look like the new style?
Oh, the capris. No.
These are breeches, right? Breeches, yeah, like right. We wore this under our garment, pants, right? And it's like cut off, like it looked like long shorts, sort of. Yeah, I mean the same style nowadays. Or you say Issachar wear those?
With the socks?
Huh?
With the socks all the way up?
Look, they're just like that. Google breeches pants.
Like what they wear in Williamsburg or in slave time. Instead of pants.
Breeches, right? Yeah. Yeah, put your breeches up. Right, exactly. So go ahead, Ak. You were saying?
No, real quick. I was looking up culottes, but go ahead and read that 2 Timothy.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God.
No. What did I say? 2 Timothy 2 and 2. My bad. Yeah, 2 Timothy 2 and 2.
Now 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2. And the thing that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses,
The same commandment
Commit
thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also.
Right. And the Most High was using Moses, Aaron, the tribe of Levi to show us what it looked like to be faithful. To not just say, I don't like the censer. I don't like being on the incense. I always thought I was going to be one of the candle, the brother that took care of the candles. I like fire. It wasn't about what you wanted to do. It was about what you was told to do. Can you stick to that?
It's so irritating, bro, but I'm going to laugh it off with you. Like, really, that's how brothers think during now. Like, I don't want to do that duty. It's like, bro, what you want? You want to go behind the curtain. They want to go behind the curtain.
Right. Yeah, they make con.
They want to go behind the curtain. And you want to just what? You want to get a few YouTubes. Yeah. And I think I need to see the Father. Who the hell are you? You're a man just like me. Right. I'm going to go behind the curtain. It's like, it's crazy, man. But I guess we shouldn't be surprised because Israel, black people are egotistic. Hispanic Native Americans are egotistic people. Right? That's been our problem for a long time. We think the Most High should speak to us face to face. So it's gonna be like that. Yeah.
I was thinking, because I've been wanting to go back and read that account where Aaron's sons were put to death, and just go back and read it, get more understanding of it, and the Most High has a lot of. He shows us compassion if we're looking. He could have allowed Aaron to be in whatever thought pattern or emotion of losing his two sons, and just allow Aaron to just show up at the temple because he knew Aaron was going to show up because Aaron was going to keep his office or continue walking in his duties. But Most High had compassion and say, hey, you're not going to, A, B, C, and D. You're gonna stay with the order I've given. You're gonna follow that. He was saying, Aaron, all right, snap out of it. And I think that's I think that's compassion that the Most High was showing him.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Psalm 34 when it says. Can I read it?
Go ahead, This guy, you bullied your way in that. Like Schwab shaking his head like, bro, what are you doing, But go ahead, Psalm 34. Go ahead. I mean, it's in the spirit. Come on, let's see what you're saying.
Hold on.
Bro, come on.
Yeah. Psalms 34. It says, it is. Hold on. Where is it?
You have it?
Yes. Psalms 34:17. It says, the righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Just compassion, man. That's a lot of compassion.
Yeah, it is. He chastised. The more and more we get in tune with the Spirit and the will of the Father, we understand more what